Jay Crawford, Adam the Bull, Garrett Bush, Dustin Fox, Jason Lloyd, Tyvis Powell, plus, ba-da-da-da-da, you're loving him, Mikey McNuggets. And so many big names, it would take me hours to say all of their names. The ultimate Cleveland sports show starts now. Booyah!
Everybody, the latest edition of the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, along with Dustin Fox and Mikey McNuggets. I'm Adam the Bull. We've got Anthony and Steve behind the other side of the glass, and Anthony and I were trying to figure out: is this the first time ever that it's been the same exact panel 3 days in a row?
I asked Ant that upstairs before we came down, and this
said,
is obviously a weird week because G had to take some time off because of family issues.
Jay's recovering from surgery.
Tyvis,
who never takes off,
took a week off for the first time.
I've been telling him for 3 years, you got to take vacation time, and I think I finally wore him down.
Well, he only took time off because his wife needed him to take the time off.
That's true.
Whether you wore him down or his lovely wife said, "Tyvis."
Well, but his wife has wanted him to take more time, and he still hasn't done it. So maybe it was the combination. But anyway, so Anthony claims there was he thinks there was 1 week where it was me, G, Jason, and Tyvis for the whole week, which I don't remember that, but I feel like I don't remember Tyvis ever working a full week.
Tyvis has worked more than 2 days a few times, but a full week?
Yeah, I don't know.
Director Steve's got a good point, too. In like the beginning, we had just the big three and Brad for basically the first 2 weeks.
We had Tyvis.
Did we
Tyvis was on the
first week?
The very first
and Mike
show.
Polk was on in the
Tyvis
beginning.
and Mike Polk,
Yeah, come on, Steve. Get it together over there.
Listen, we just learned how old Steve is, so it makes sense that he's forgetting some things. Like it all checks out. It all checks out.
Steve. We were talking about Steve's going to be 64, and
I'm getting the Tyvis treatment.
It also the age conversation started because I was saying how today is my half birthday, and
you keep track of half birthdays.
Well,
you would
keep track.
You would.
Well, it's not like keeping track. I mean, you know when your birthday is, so you know when your half birthday is. It's not very complicated. The point is, obviously, we don't do that as adults, whereas with kids, it's kind of, the younger you are, the bigger a deal it is, like a half birthday or whatever.
Not really.
Do your kids, Dustin?
Half birthday?
When you're a little kid, like you say.
I've never once thought about my half birthday.
I'm talking about when you were a baby as a parent, you say, oh, my kid's 18 months.
I feel like that's different than a half birthday.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's one thing.
Yeah.
But after 18 months?
No? You don't say kid's 2.5?
Does anyone say my daughter's 30 months old now?
No, you say 2.5.
That's my point.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Half. Mike?
No, but nobody's. I mean, you could say 2.5, but nobody remembers, like, if you said your daughter was 2.5, or when Aaron was 2.5. What if someone was like, when's his birthday?
And I also feel like
he's really more like 2.45 years old.
I also feel like once you pass like 5 years old as a kid, you don't say the half years anymore.
Probably not. Probably not after 5.
I think after 3 you don't.
At that age, it makes even as a kid. The kids don't really bring it up, but like Aaron is young for his grade, right? Like you're born in May, and he's in the 7th grade. Like a lot of his friends are 6-8 months older than him, which it could be a big deal in terms of growth and stuff like that. Because I was saying, like, this is silly, but he and I have discussed how if I had to do it over again, I kind of, from a sports perspective, it would have been a bet. Like, because he's already in the top, like, 4% of his class in terms of height.
He's a big kid.
If he was in the 6th grade, which he could be.
Well, I sure hope he didn't peak early like you.
Well, you know what? He's in way better shape than I was. Because by the time I was in 7th grade, I started gaining weight.
No, I'm not talking about the weight. I'm talking about the height. Because you were the tallest kid in like 4th grade, right?
I wasn't the tallest, but I was one of the tallest. Yeah.
Top 4%?
Jason's convinced.
Not by 7th grade, no. Okay. In 4th grade, I was. Yeah.
Jason's convinced his son AJ, who's already taller than
has a different father.
Well, I'm convinced of that. Shout out Jason.
He looks nothing like Jason.
But Jason's convinced he's done growing.
Oh, it could be.
The doctors have said he may have another inch left, but he's essentially done growing.
See, here's the thing. I should have been taller, and I know that sounds funny, but I should have been taller because no, seriously, my doctor when I was a kid had said that I was going to be over 6 feet tall. And I think what happened is
how serious he is too.
No, this is very serious.
What's funny is whatever he says, I'm about to one up him.
I've heard the story 10 times.
You haven't heard the story. So I've
heard it.
I had seizures, right, and that put me on medication that they at the time didn't realize may have stunted my growth. Now they do all kinds of stuff. Like my nephew had like his growth plates were kind of out of alignment. They gave him some, I don't know, they did something to him, and then it helps when you get taller. So I got robbed.
Me too.
I got robbed. I mean, my life could have been total. My life is great. I'm not complaining. My life is great. Outside of my weight, everything else in my life is excellent. But had I been 6'3",
I feel the same way.
Could have been a different life.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
What could have been?
What could have been?
What could have been?
Yeah, could have been the NFL.
Yeah,
you never know, man.
I didn't have seizures, but my back's all messed up.
What's that?
My back's all
you didn't have
messed up.
seizures, but your back.
Did not have seizures.
You're saying if you were like 6'7",
well, I have
your family's not tall either. 6'7".
My dad's 6'3".
Your dad's 6'3"?
Yeah.
He is?
My mom's 5'1".
I did not realize your
But
dad was 6'. He doesn't seem 6'3".
If you do like the wingspan stuff, like I have 6'1" arms and 6'1" legs, and like
you got very long arms
because my back is crooked in like 5 different directions.
Okay, but what's your brother's excuse? Because he's like your height too.
My brother's taller than me.
Is he?
Yeah.
I still can't. Your dad's really 6'3"?
6'2", 6'3", yeah.
I thought he was like 5'9", 5'10". I don't know
Let
why
me
I
show you
didn't realize he was tall.
Yeah, no, he's big.
Okay,
dude.
so you should have been taller.
So
you got robbed also?
My spine is curved 3 different ways. I have scoliosis 3 different spots in my back.
Jeez.
So.
Did you ever wear one of those things? Like
like Forrest Gump?
It never hurt. So when they were like, hey,
yeah,
when I found out when I was like 11,
yeah,
they're like, is there any? I've never had an ounce of pain from my back in my life, and they said if it doesn't hurt, we're not going to do this super invasive surgery.
Right, yeah.
People didn't realize that when I play basketball, going right is tough. My hips aren't straight, so like going left makes perfect sense. Going right, I have to like switch my hips.
Yeah.
Took people till college to realize that still was a 1,000-point score in high school. Play college basketball, I overcame all the odds bowl.
That flex.
You did.
As a
1,000-point score in high school.
5'8".
Good.
I gotta find a picture.
All right, it's all right.
Did we all just have something wrong when we were a kid?
I don't know. What did you have, Anthony?
I had open heart surgery when I was 7.
That's true.
Geez.
Yeah.
I think I knew that.
Steve had nothing.
Steve,
Dustin?
you had a normal childhood. Dustin, normal childhood.
Steve just grew up in the 40s.
I think everybody gets their tonsils out. No, I guess not everybody.
Not
I
everybody.
don't think I have mine out.
Yeah,
I don't have mine out. Yeah.
All right, I guess not everybody. It's pretty common though. All right, well, Mike takes 7 hours to find the picture of his father.
Yeah, well, he does this. I do
put
have
it
2
in an
shout-outs
awkward
to
spot.
get today.
There's my dad.
Yeah, all right. I didn't realize. I mean, I've met him a few times, but
He's tall.
I didn't realize how tall he was. I don't know why I didn't.
My mom's tiny.
Yeah, maybe that's why it
Yeah,
seems
my
like he's not
mom's
that
tiny,
tall. All right, Anthony, what do you got? You got to read for us?
I got 2 shout-outs before we get to this read, though.
2 shout-outs.
My brother
Okay.
Kyle, it's his 29th birthday today. Not his 30th. My bad, dude.
Who? Your brother?
Yeah, Kyle. You guys met him when he came
Wait a
to
second.
town.
I thought you said it was your friend.
Yeah, I call him my brother. We grew up together. We're both only children.
And you
then
don't
my
know
friends-
how old he is?
No, I said happy 30th birthday, and he's like, I'm 29. Thanks.
And this is like your best friend?
Yeah, 100%.
It's his brother.
How do you not know your best friend's age?
He calls his best
forgot.
friend's brother.
Yes.
You guys weren't in the same grade?
No, we were. He's 96. I'm 97. And I always forget that he's only 1 year older than me.
Oh, okay.
Bad job out of you, Ant.
Yeah, I know.
That's terrible.
Kyle,
All right, but happy birthday to
29th.
Kyle.
Happy birthday to my friend Skylar, too, today, who shares a birthday with Kyle. And now we'll get into our reads, guys.
Okay.
Sweet.
Gift big this year with a Home for the Holidays raffle. You have a chance to win a beautiful new custom home or cash prize this holiday season and help make wishes come true for Make-A-Wish kids with critical illness. Raffle proceeds benefit Make-A-Wish OKI, which has granted over 22,000 wishes. Two children with facing critical illnesses across Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana region since 1983. This year's house is a custom-built ranch by Petros Homes and has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and a 3-car garage. It also includes features like a great room with a vaulted ceiling that extends to the outdoors, an unbelievable kitchen with beautiful finishes and a large hidden pantry, a mudroom with open lockers, and a unique pet shower station. Just visit ahomeforholidays.org to buy your tickets. That's ahomeforholidays.org. Terms and conditions do apply.
All right. Let's get right to it. We got a lot of sports to talk about today. We'll begin, of course, with a topic that I don't remember what it is. We'll keep it real
Cam
here.
Ward versus Shedeur Sanders. But which rookie
course.
quarterback is going to have more success on Sunday in this highly anticipated matchup? The 2 quarterbacks with the most
It's not
hype
anticipated by
coming out of the
anybody
draft.
outside of Cleveland and Tennessee.
Go look at the chat and tell me it's not anticipated.
It's anticipated by nobody. Nobody outside of Cleveland or Tennessee is excited about it. Well, I mean, besides the Shedorians.
What's the over/under of bodies in the stands this
Oh
weekend?
my God. What was what was it like last week?
It was not full, but the weather played a factor in that.
Yeah, but it's going to be crappy weather again.
The point is, like, the Niners have a national fan base to some degree. They have a brand.
Titans have to be one of the least popular teams in the league.
And they're terrible. 1-11 football team. Browns are not going to draw much this weekend. It's going to be like 30 degrees. And
there's a chance of snow now.
It's so cool.
Not as windy as last week, but it's awful out today.
Older, Adam, as you get older, are you more of a curmudgeon with the cold?
Yes. It bothers me much more than it did. When I was a kid, I'd wear shorts in this weather.
Dude, I took the trash out this morning.
Yeah.
And, 30 seconds. I've started cursing.
Yeah.
You guys are so soft. No offense.
Oh, yeah.
I love you guys both, but you're so soft.
Wait a minute. Mike, you
100%.
complain the second winter gets here.
Yeah, but
Mike.
Okay, you know what?
Get
I'm
over
soft too.
yourself.
I'm soft too.
You're soft.
I'm soft too. It's
as you get, and you're not as old. You're not as old as him, and he's not as old as me. So, listen. When I was young, first of all, I lived for 10 years in an area that's way worse than any place you've been, because in upstate New York is way worse than here. It starts snowing in November. You don't see the ground till like April or May. And in where I went to college and when I lived in Utica, I mean, I'm saying like 10, 11 years between the two. The weather's just a million times worse than this. You know that from your time in Buffalo.
Yeah, it's
way worse than it is here.
Yeah.
But
it just sucks.
It just sucks. The winter sucks.
It just absolutely sucks.
Yeah.
Texas ruined me.
But listen, what are you going to do? That's it.
I can't feel my hands.
We
after
get
like
6
30
months
seconds.
of terrible weather and 6 months of great weather. That's what we get.
Until the dome opens, playing in this kind of weather comes with the territory of being the Browns starting quarterback. There's no way around it. So
well, that was a good transition.
I do my best.
Who are we expecting to have a better game this week? Dustin, go ahead. You go first.
A better game this week?
Yeah.
I mean, Cam Ward, probably. I mean, he started a lot more games than Shedeur. He was the number 1 pick coming out, so he was a better prospect. I mean, I would expect him to have a better game. Doesn't guarantee that he's going to, but if I had to bet, I'd bet on the guy who's already thrown for 2,400 yards.
I would go the opposite.
Okay.
And to me, this is pretty easy. Cam Ward has to go against the Browns defense. Shedeur Sanders has to go against the Titans defense, and that is a completely different obstacle. The Browns defense we've seen single-handedly keep them in certain games, beat certain teams like the Packers, who are significantly more talented than the Tennessee Titans are, and they have the worst offensive line, and the Browns have Myles Garrett, and Cam Ward is the worst pressure to sack rate in football. I think it's going to be a disaster for Cam Ward. I don't know how good of a game Shedeur is going to have. I hope this is his best start in his young career, but that Tennessee defense is nothing like the Cleveland Browns defense, and I'd much rather have a little bit of a less experienced quarterback going up against a significantly worse defense than a more seasoned rookie quarterback going up against a significantly better defense.
It's a hard question to answer because of the Browns defense, because I don't expect either guy to play particularly well in this game. It's bad weather. There's no talent. There's very little talent on either team around these guys. We've complained about the talent around Shedeur, Dylan Gabriel, Joe Flacco all year. The Titans are the only team in the league with actually worse talent, which is hard to believe. Cam Ward, our good buddy Sean King, out of the blue yesterday, reached out to me. I don't know why
he texted me and said, "Do you have Bull's number?"
Yeah, which I really appreciated, and I liked it. And he sent me this because maybe he heard me say I haven't seen Cam Ward because who's watching the Titans?
Did he send you the clip of the Cam Ward throws?
Well, he sent me this clip, this 3-minute clip of all the good throws that Cam Ward has made this year. Mm-hmm. And he said to me, Shedeur hasn't made any throws like this. He's got to be able to make throws like this, some of these type of throws, if the Browns are going to stick with him for next year. Now, in fairness to Shedeur, Cam Ward's played the whole season.
12 games versus 2 games.
Time.
Yeah.
And Shedeur Sanders has played 2.5 games, one of which was in hideous weather. So, yes, I think we all agree Shedeur Sanders has to make enough throws in the next 5 weeks to make the Browns, because the default right now, no matter what any fans think, the default right now is probably the Browns are going to draft a quarterback. That's the default. So the only way that's not going to happen is if some quarterback on the Browns, presumably Shedeur Sanders, because he has the opportunity right now, has to change their mind, essentially. That's how I look at it. And that's how that's how I assume the Browns look at it. Obviously, I don't know that for sure. So Shedeur's got to do that. That being said, I hadn't watched Cam Ward really all year because when I watch, obviously, my first priority is to watch the Browns. My second priority is to watch the Bengals. And then my third priority is watching players on my fantasy team. And then my fourth priority is just watching good games in general. The Titans don't make any of those lists.
No.
They're not the Browns. They're not the Bengals. They don't have any good fantasy players. And
they're not in good games.
They're not playing in good games. So I don't know that I've watched the Titans play once this year.
I watched them play against the Cardinals, which they won the game. It was the craziest comeback I've ever seen. It's never. Remember that game?
Cam was awesome in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And horrific.
It was
in
the worst quarterback
That's
play
their
I've
only
ever
win.
seen. Yeah, I know. And it was.
Was it Kyler or was it Brissett
They were
by that
down.
point?
They were down like 3 touchdowns.
They were down 18-3 or something like that.
Oh, so the only game they won, they had a huge comeback.
Crazy comeback, crazy.
And Cam was incredible in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and the video that Sean sent me, like, it's impressive. Like, some of these throws, I'm like, whoa, my God, those are amazing
You can
throws.
see the sparks of why he was the first.
Right. If you just look at the stats, you're like, well, he stinks. I mean, you know, I'm not watching him play, so I'm not going to make a judgment on him in that way because it's easy to just look at the stats and say he stinks.
And that's why numbers don't tell the whole story.
They don't tell the whole story.
You can play a decent game and not have great numbers. You can play a very average game and have good numbers.
Yeah, it could.
It tells some part of the story, but it doesn't tell the entire story.
You know, if you have great numbers for the whole year, you played
probably
well.
played pretty well. Yeah.
But especially in a small sample size, or if you're a rookie with the worst talent in the league,
team,
it's hard. And we talked about this with Bryce Young, right? Like, he had no talent around him. The talent's gotten better progressively each year.
Yeah.
And he's been up and down. I'm still not completely sold on Bryce Young. I thought I was going to be at the end of the year. Got off to a bad start again this year like he did last year. Is playing better at the end of the season like he did last year. He's got to be more consistent. But, you know, we'll see with Cam Ward. But so Shedeur has so little experience, but he's at home. He's playing against a terrible team. So in the end, I guess I'll take Shedeur Sanders, even though Cam Ward's probably the better player. But I think that being at home and you're not going to have any Titans fans there. No. So you'll have
This is a practice, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have some home field advantage because the fans that'll be there will be the Browns. Yeah. Probably won't be that loud, but it'll be loud. Like, it'll be louder than it's something Shedeur doesn't have to worry about, like not hearing whatever he's got to hear.
Over under on actual bodies in the stands, 19,000.
Well, what do you think it was last week? I didn't really get a.
I didn't get a great look.
Were you at the game?
Take the over. No. We did the watch party.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'll go over 19,000.
You think it's going to be over? Yeah, I mean that's. You think it's
that's
really
a
under
third
19
of real humans in the stadium.
Yeah, not the official number.
No, I say over because that's less than a third of the stadium. I think it'll be more than a third.
It might be. You may be right though. Weather's going to be bad. The team's terrible. The opponent's terrible.
If they get a third of that stadium, I think I'd be impressed.
I'll say a little over. I'll say like 22.
Remember back in the day that they blacked these things out? Locally?
Yes. If the game didn't sell out, you couldn't watch it, which is crazy.
That is crazy. Back to the progression of Shedeur, I think, and this is kind of why I lean towards Shedeur over Cam in this individual matchup.
Yeah.
Came out against Vegas and played pretty well. Like, we're all excited for the most part.
Yeah.
Last week wasn't asked to do anything. It wasn't a terrible performance. It wasn't a great performance. He was perfectly average with what he was asked to do.
It didn't improve from the start.
No, but I think the weather played a role in it. He missed some stuff, and you go back and look at the film.
It still wasn't better. You can make all the excuses you wanted. It wasn't better.
At some point,
it
can't just be status quo, status quo, status quo, status quo, status quo. Especially if you're in Shedeur's shoes and you know you have this 5-game runway now to make an impression on this front office and this coaching staff to prove you are the guy moving forward.
Yeah.
Shedeur came out and said in his media availability yesterday, hey, I got to let some things rip. And when you go back and watch the tape, a lot of what he said in his press conference or his media availability, whatever, matches what you see on the All-22 in the tape. There are guys open. He's a half second late in recognizing them. And I think that's partly just lack of reps, lack of trust with certain guys, the speed of the NFL game. That kind of comes with playing more. He's got 2 full games under his belt now and a half against Baltimore. If it doesn't start clicking now, some of the timing, some of the, hey, this guy's going to be open, I got to anticipate where the window is going to be, because there are guys open. You actually go back and watch. And I want to give Cam White on Twitter, Route University 9, has done an awesome job. Him and Luke McCown have been going back and forth on some of these Shedeur plays on the All-22, saying, hey, from the receiver's perspective, this is what I would have done. This is why Judy did this. And then Luke McCown was responding, saying, from a quarterback, I'm seeing this. Really, really good back and forth, like worth checking out on Twitter. Shedeur said, I got to let it rip. I have to trust my eyes more. Like, not my words. That's what Shedeur literally said.
Yeah.
I'm hoping if he's now willing to come out and say that, that'll translate to being productive on the field. And even if he makes a mistake here or there, you got to make some mistakes to be able to capitalize and make some of those big plays
Yeah.
that we've been begging this offense to make for the last 2 years since Joe Flacco left at the end of
Right.
2023.
And
So
yeah.
I'm hoping in start number 3, with 10 quarters under his belt now, 2 full starts and a half, that some of the things that he thinks he's seeing, he's actually going to trust and believe he's seeing, and that'll allow him to kind of make some of the throws that are there if he anticipates that he just hasn't done in the first 2 starts.
Yeah, I asked Sean, let me bring up exactly what he said. Because I said to Sean, because he sent me another video of Tyler Shuck also.
I sent you that one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, he sent it to me also. And I said, do you think he's capable of some of these things? Referring to Shedeur. I was asking him. He said, not sure. He has talent, but not elite talent. Things going to have to fall right for him.
That's what Sean said?
That's what Sean said about Shedeur.
I thought Sean was. I mean, I like that he's kind of like being down the middle with this.
Yeah.
In his analysis, but I thought he was like a staunch Shedeur
No.
lover.
No, he's
definitely not.
been down the middle on
No.
Shedeur the whole time.
Okay.
No, he actually said in the beginning of the year that both Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders should play and alternate each week.
Yeah.
Even though it's totally out of left field. But he said he'd play them, and this way they're not worrying about losing their job. Alternate every
They
week,
know
and you got
they're
2
gonna-
weeks. And it's out of the
It's like a college
box
thing.
thinking.
It's
But
kind of a college thing.
In hindsight, if we knew we were going to sit here on December 4th at 11:20 a.m.,
yeah,
the record was going to be 3-9.
yeah,
I would have said
No
that's
chance.
probably a good idea.
yeah.
In hindsight
Yes.
now, it actually sounds like a halfway decent
It's
idea.
just so outside the
Yeah.
box that no team would have the guts to do it. Probably,
But like in reality, it may have actually been the right way to approach this season.
But no, he's not like a Shedeurian. No, Sean's been. I don't think Sean loved Sand. I think he was kind of middle of the road.
He had a
on him.
late first, early second round grade on Shedeur coming out. He was his 3rd quarterback behind Dart and Cam Ward. He was high on Cam.
Yeah, which he might be the 3rd best quarterback, and it's not like this is a good quarterback draft.
And by the way,
Yeah.
he had Dart number 2, and so far, I mean, it's early, but
Yeah.
Dart's looked like the best or second best. And
Yeah,
Cam Ward,
I mean,
he
it's hard
had
to
the right
say.
top
He
2.
hasn't played enough. Shedeur hasn't
I'm just
played
saying
enough.
it's early, but
Yeah, it's way early.
Dustin, what do you think, real quick, on when Shedeur said he's got to trust his eyes more and be able to let it rip? Like, from a defensive back standpoint, going from college to the NFL,
I just think
are the windows just
the windows
smaller?
are so much tighter. I think what he's saying is like, if he sees something, like you have to believe it. You know what I mean, and trust it, as opposed to like in college, like if you see something, you know it's going to be open. Whereas like in the NFL, it's almost like driving on the highway and all of a sudden you think the lane's cleared and you go, there's a car right there in the blind spot, right? I mean, like the windows become so tight for a quarterback that you may not see somebody there, but you're still like worried because you know how fast they are and how quickly the windows close. And that's where he just has to, when he sees it, he's got to go now. There can't be any hesitation at all, because that hesitation just allows these defensive backs or linebackers or what have you to just close, and those windows close so fast.
And the best quarterbacks, especially veteran quarterbacks, they'll even throw before the guy's open because they're anticipating him getting open. And that's something you don't really expect from a young quarterback.
No. And when you're a veteran, you also have done that 1,000 times.
Right.
And you expect the player to be there. And you really have to trust that.
100%.
Because this league is, the great players in this league become great at that. The anticipation and being able to throw a receiver open and throw to a spot, as opposed to actually like, oh, he's open, now I'm going to throw it.
Yeah.
It's not like that anymore.
I mean, you see Mahomes with Kelsey, you see Stafford with, now Puka Nacua, or even Adams, even though he hasn't been there long. Certainly you see Burrow
Puka Nacua, BYU, baby.
Yeah. You see Burrow with Chase and Higgins. Like, they're throwing it. They're throwing guys open.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, it helps to have a good, bunch of good wide receivers.
And
too.
I feel like you do need chemistry with that. Like, you do need the reps and there's always
Absolutely,
the
yeah,
Mahomes,
that's not
Mahomes-Kelsey part. Like,
That's
those
not
two see the
something-
defense exactly the same way, and 99 of 100 times,
Yeah.
they know exactly what the other person is thinking depending on the coverage.
Right.
I think that comes when you talk about the lack of reps throughout training camp and early in the season.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one
Well,
part that I do think I'm not saying he should have got more reps. I'm just saying that's the one part of his game
yes,
right
of
now
course.
that you could say, all right, had Shedeur got more reps with these guys earlier, maybe they would be a little more on the same page in certain aspects.
Dillon Gabriel got some reps. Doesn't have that.
But I don't think Mahomes and Kelsey had it after 5 games.
No, of course not. That's what I'm saying.
that's what I'm saying. The more
you
and
don't
more
expect
you
that
do.
at all from rookies. Period.
No. But I'm saying the more
Yeah.
and more you do, the better and better you get at that.
Right,
with
but I
certain
don't.
receivers.
you're making it seem like, well, if you'd taken some first-team reps in the preseason.
I just mean in general.
I don't think that takes years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Really.
In general,
Yeah.
you need reps. I mean, years, seasons. Like, yes, I'm not saying one extra rep.
The special quarterbacks can I don't know. I'd like to go back and look some of the best quarterbacks in their rookie seasons and how often they were doing that in their rookie years. I'm sure there was some of it from the really top guys, but maybe not. All right, Anthony.
All right, you
What you
guys
got
ready
for
to
us?
move on to some No Fence Riders?
Yes,
All right,
definitely.
All right, before we get to it, I just want to remind everybody to go follow us on all of our social media channels across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Luke Becker does a great job of cutting clips for all of those socials. So even though we're only live from 11 to 1 every day, you got 24/7 coverage basically coming from our social medias. And thanks for liking and subscribing. We appreciate all the support you guys give us.
Did you say we're only alive?
Did I say alive?
Yes.
That's what I thought you said.
Yes.
We're dead the
Turns
rest
out,
of the day.
1 o'clock, we're done.
We're vampires. We're in our coffins the other 22
we
hours.
turn the lights off and we don't move, actually.
And then we just,
go to sleep.
We just die in the chair. That's funny. How come all of a sudden everybody's sending all these tweets saying what percent? Did something just come out?
We were here together yesterday, Bull.
Yeah. No, I know that.
It's the
So it's once. Is this a new thing?
no,
is what I'm saying?
In December,
Okay.
Spotify,
Yes.
Apple Music.
No, I know you said that
YouTube.
yesterday, but is it a new thing? Is what I'm asking.
No.
No, every December.
I don't
this
remember
happens.
this from the past.
Yep.
Maybe
It
people
might
are.
be new for YouTube. There are some
Yeah.
services that just started rolling it out, but Spotify's
Okay.
been doing it for
I've never
years.
seen the YouTube one before. We've been tagged over the last couple of years
yeah.
in the Spotify rap things.
Okay.
And now we're getting a bunch of YouTube.
So it is new. You talk. Look at me like I'm crazy. It is new on YouTube.
Well, we literally talked about it yesterday, though.
But I'm asking if it's
to be
new
fair,
because I don't remember.
I
it.
don't remember either.
He doesn't remember it either.
Yesterday?
I remember.
Literally, yeah, we were sitting in these exact same chairs.
Mike, I do remember talking about it yesterday. I'm saying overall, we've gotten so many the last couple of
Yes.
days. I don't remember this from the past.
The YouTube part of it's new. We have been tagged
Okay.
in a lot of the Spotify, Apple
Yes.
Music rap before. And
Yeah.
we said it yesterday because Dustin forgot. Maybe
Yeah.
you forgot. I'll say it again.
Yeah, say it again.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, from
Like,
the bottom of his heart.
Remember we had the whole
Oh,
bottom.
now I remember.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
coming back.
You were
yeah,
so,
yeah.
Somebody-
such a phony. You're like from the bottom
I know,
of
Mike
my
was so
heart.
phony.
We
It's so
really
disingenuous.
appreciate
We do.
everything.
Mike does
you do
love it,
for
but it
us.
seems phony. But it is real,
I'm being
but it
genuine.
seems phony.
It is pretty cool.
It is real, though. He is real.
I know he's real. 'cause
He's just a
he's a
cheeseball.
sweetheart,
That's not true.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
cheeseball, but
Yeah.
it is funny.
Yeah, I
It
just
is
put a button
real.
in my back and it has.
If it was other people, I would say it was phony, but that's Mike.
No, but it is.
I
Honestly,
know.
it's
I
really
know.
cool
It
getting
is.
tagged in it.
It's
yeah.
awesome that people
Yeah.
are watching us so much that we're in the top of their.
Yes,
their,
I agree.
you know,
I
whatever
got
the hell it's called.
And before we go on, I got a funny story about this.
Yeah,
So, the UCSS YouTube channel.
yeah.
There's like 6 of us that have access to it.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you who the other 5 besides me are, but I want to tell you guys what
Well, I know some. Go ahead.
you will understand where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
So I looked up our UCSS YouTube page,
Yeah.
what their 2025 year recap was.
Oh. So what are people that?
That have access to the UCSS
Wait,
account.
people are watching YouTube videos on using our channel?
I'm going to give you
Well,
the,
you mean
the-
they should not have signed out?
They didn't sign out.
That's so
I'm
funny.
going
Hope
to
there's not a lot
give
of
you
porn on there.
No, I'm going to give you the top 2 YouTube, and I'll show you the picture after so you know I'm not
Yeah.
kidding. The top 2 YouTube channels
Yeah.
that people from the UCSS account have watched this year.
Yeah.
You got to guess who you think was.
You don't want to say who the people are. I know.
I don't know who. I'm going to give. You're going to be able
no,
to guess.
you want to
real
say
quick.
who's on the list.
No, because you'll be able to figure it out.
Okay.
The number 1 channel that UCSS channel watched this year.
Yeah.
Becoming Filipino.
G. Bush. I knew the answer was going to be G. G. Bush has access because, of course, he does his Brown show. Well, don't I have access with the Guardian show or no?
No, you have StreamYard, not to YouTube.
Oh, yeah, okay,
G-Bush
right,
has
right,
YouTube.
right, yeah.
So Becoming Filipino was the number 1 watch channel from the UCSS account this year.
Filipino.
I swear, Dustin, am I lying? Did you see that?
That is so
And
bizarre.
number
Filipino.
and number 2.
G. Bush trying to become Filipino? I don't know.
Number 2. G-Bush is married to a Filipino, so that's why.
Yeah, that's true. Most of our
Number
audience
2,
does.
and this one I'm not quite. I have a guess, but I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
Midlife Stockman.
Midlife Stockman?
Yep, Midlife Stockman.
Is that Steve Becker?
Do you know what Midlife Stockman is? Because I don't know what that is.
It's a stockbroker account, so I'm
Oh,
assuming,
that's Steve
I'm
Becker.
assuming it's Steve Becker.
Yeah. That's got to be Steve.
But-
So who else has Anthony, Earl, you, Steve Becker, G, and who?
Ian Hill, who's the digital
Ian,
manager
yeah,
upstairs.
Okay.
That's
We're
so
gonna
funny.
air the dirt on
Does
him?
Ian work here in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Is he? Okay.
He has the office right next to us.
I haven't
upstairs.
seen him since like the first week we were on the air.
He he got moved into a different sector of Tegna. He oversees a lot of national stuff now, less Cleveland
Have you
based.
seen my stapler?
But yeah, Becoming Filipino is the #1 watched YouTube channel.
That's odd. I know G's wife is Filipino, but like, what does that have to do with becoming Filipino?
I have no idea.
We got to ask him about that
I
next
have
time.
no idea.
I think he'll be back tomorrow.
He's supposed,
I think.
to my knowledge, he's coming back tomorrow.
We'll see. But okay.
All right, let's play some.
You guys
Could
ready
be a
for No
song,
Fence Riders?
Becoming Filipino. Go ahead,
All
Anthony.
right, guys. Here is our first No Fence Rider question
Yes.
of the week. Will Shedeur Sanders throw for 175 yards versus the Titans? It was not very even.
Wait a second. Before you say it, like, this is... I feel like we say this every week, but it's just so sad as Browns fans that this... It's not just with Shedeur, because it was
We got down to
Dylan,
150 with Dylan.
I mean, it was just...
By the way, there's a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL that have an over-under of about this every week.
Yeah, it's
for
not just the
passing
Browns.
The numbers have been going down.
Yes.
But
Like 200 is like usually.
I know,
pretty.
but the Browns have been at this level for years most of the time.
Oh, I get it.
As opposed to other teams where it kind of ebbs and flows or it's
I mean,
higher.
this number's way too high for Shedeur.
You think so? Well, obviously you've gone under. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Dustin and Jay have gone under, and then Earl, Jason, Bull, Ty, G, and Mike say he's going to at least hit 175.
The only reason I said yes is because it's the Titans. But I'm having second thoughts about it. Go ahead, Dustin. Tell us why no.
I just think it's going to be a challenge. Number one, they're not going to throw a ton. And number two, unless he has somebody who makes a play like Samson where it's a 65-yarder or a Fannin long like run after catch, those numbers are going to be hard to come by if he only throws 20 times.
Well, that's true. Go ahead.
The reason I went over, and this may be me talking myself into certain things. You'll see my prediction tomorrow and some of the other answers.
Yeah.
I think they're going to take some of the guardrails off because at some point you have to. And two, I think there are guys open, and I think Shedeur, based on his answers, is going to just let it fly this week. And that could lead to some bad results. It could lead to some great results. But I think they're going to throw the ball more. I wasn't factoring the weather, and that's maybe a bad job out of me for not looking ahead. So full disclosure, if it's another nasty day, then it may change my outlook on it. But I genuinely think this is the game where we see Shedeur kind of let it rip and look as close to the Colorado quarterback as we've seen in the NFL yet.
I think I'm actually flip-flopping to Dustin's side of this.
It's just a high number. If it was 150, I would consider it.
Part of the only reason I said yes initially is because the Titans are so bad. But the more I think about it, throw in the weather, and the Titans I think they could get shut out, the Titans. And so if the Browns are up even like 10-0,
It'll be run.
they're just going to run the ball.
Run.
We may all say, and like, I keep thinking like a media member or a fan who's like, we got to see him throw the ball. Let him go, let him go. Kevin Stefanski doesn't think that way. You can hate it all you want, but he wants to win the game.
Yeah.
And so if they're up 10-0, 13-0 in the second half, which they very well could be.
Every time Shedeur steps back to pass, a few things can happen, and two of them are bad. Interception and sack. If you've got a lead, why would Stefanski want to risk any of that?
Right.
He's going to hand the ball off.
And most of his throws are short. Same thing with Dylan Gabriel. That's why the number was low. So even if, when they do throw, it's mostly going to be short throws.
I think we're going to see a more advanced downfield passing game.
All right. I'm flip-flopping.
I'm trusting Shedeur.
Mark it down officially.
I'm trusting
That I'm
Shedeur.
flip-flopping to the no.
You're not giving that answer based on anything other than you're just hoping.
And the Titans' defense, I do think, is abysmal.
but
Now,
I mean-
you are right. If they're in the lead, they may run the ball more. I just, at some point, I think, and this is the best opportunity to.
But why? Why at some point do they have to cut them loose?
Yeah, I mean,
if they're trying to win.
Because they have to.
Why?
I mean,
they don't have to.
Where's the half come from? Have to. Who's have to?
We want to see it.
We do.
We want to. We want to.
The
They
Browns,
have to at some point because they have to make a determination. Can this guy be our quarterback moving forward?
they've probably already determined that if it's going to be the same people. If Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski are not getting fired, I'm sure they've already decided whether or not they're likely to take a quarterback in the first round, no matter what Shedeur does the rest of the way. That's probably the reality. We may not like it, but that's probably true.
And it could also be true that if Shedeur goes out and plays incredibly well over the last 5 games, that can change their opinion, and you're not going to know if you keep these guardrails on him like he's had the first 2 starts.
With how he's played so far, with the lack of playing time he's had, with the talent around him, with the weather for home games, and their opponents after Tennessee are all at least good.
Which is why this is the
Bengals
game.
defense is not very good.
This is the game.
So, like, what are the odds that he's going to put up some big numbers the rest of the way. It's
I don't think it's. But
not
this
likely.
is
There's
the
too many
game.
things going against
This
them.
is the game to where if it's going to happen, I think
Right.
it will happen, which is
But it's
why
gonna be
I'm going over
30
on it.
degrees and
I didn't.
Maybe if
I
this
didn't
game were
factor the
played
weather.
in a dome.
I didn't factor the weather.
if
I already
this
said
were
that.
a good weather game, I would have felt I would have
felt better?
stuck with my over, obviously.
Well,
because it's the Titans.
we'll
but
see what Shedeur can
I'll
do in the
flip flop. Go ahead. Number 2.
All right, guys. Going on to question number 2. Will Myles Garrett have more sacks than the Titans have scoring drives on Sundays? Or on Sunday? Yes. Earl, Bull, Ty, G, and Mike. No. Jason, Dustin, and Jay.
here I'll go first.
So
on
this one I'm not flip flopping on. Go ahead.
I think the Titans have one scoring drive. I think Myles Garrett is almost a lock to have more than one sack.
Which shouldn't be the case.
Shouldn't be the case.
You know,
but
he's-
I'm feeling that confident in how
Yeah.
Myles is playing and how bad the Titans' offensive line is.
Scoring
how good
drive
their
could be a
defense
field
is.
goal too, right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
And
So
How many
that's
scoring drives you got the Titans with?
3,
Okay, you got Miles with how many sacks?
1 or 2.
Okay, well that would be a win for you. I've got Myles Garrett with 3 sacks in this game. I've got the Titans with 1 scoring drive, and they could be 0. I'd love to see Myles Garrett break the record this week. Wouldn't that be amazing if he has
would.
4 sacks?
Titans average allowing
Yeah.
4 sacks per game.
Yeah.
It is legitimately in play here.
Their left
Legitimately in
tackle
play.
Dan Moore, we know that Myles Garrett has
Kills him.
killed him.
Kills him.
I know they're going to double team him. You cannot leave Dan Moore one-on-one. But there's going to be a couple of plays where they're not going to double team him every single play. They will most.
Yeah.
But what's going to happen is if the Browns in the second half are up even 10, 13, nothing, even more than that, maybe, the Titans are going to start throwing the ball. And
more
they're going to have to
opportunities.
take more chances in terms of getting more guys out. And that's when I think he can pile up some sacks late.
You know what's funny when I was making this question?
Yeah.
So I have them having 1 scoring drive and 2 or 3 sacks.
Yeah.
I almost made the question, but I was like, no one's going to go for it. But now I think actually seeing the answers, people would have.
Yeah.
Well, Myles have twice as many sacks as the Titans have scoring drives.
It's possible.
I legitimately think it's in play. Now, obviously, Dustin went the other way. He's not the only.
Yeah, I mean,
he's
if
not
you think
the
they're
only
gonna score
one.
3 times,
Yeah, he's not the only one. But I think we would have got a couple of yeses had I gone with double.
Yeah.
And to your point earlier, that is insane
Yeah,
to
right,
even
right.
fathom.
Yeah. All right, Anthony, next one.
For the record, I have 2 scoring drives and 2.5
Why is the
sacks for
spread not
Myles.
10? I mean, you guys must think the Browns are going to kill these guys.
I already bet the alternate spread is 17.5.
You're nuts.
I don't think the
Was that
Browns will
plus
score
500?
that much.
It's plus 650.
And I got the Browns. I think the Browns are going to win like 10-6 or 13-3 or 10-3. No, that's not. That's
It's going to be a
crazy.
field. It's going to be a field goal fest.
Yeah. I said
For sure.
or 9-6. I could see them winning.
Yeah, I see it somewhere. If they do cover, it's going to be like 16-10, 16-9.
I just don't see. Now, if Shedeur turns the ball over, if he starts throwing like you want him to, he'll turn the ball over probably.
Well, that's a concern, though, guys, with the short fields. Like the Niners had short field twice in that game.
The Titans will not have an 80-yard drive for a touchdown in this game.
No, I don't.
The only way they're scoring a touchdown is if it's a short field or if the defense scores.
And that weighed into my
could happen.
decision
Sure.
there because
Yeah.
I think that they're going to have 3 field goals.
Okay.
It's also real quick worth pointing out. We know how bad the Browns special teams unit has been.
Yeah.
The Titans rookie, is it DK? It's D-I-K is how you pronounce his last name.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's on pace to break the NFL's single-season all-purpose yardage record because of how good he's been as a punt returner and a
Oh,
kick returner
really?
this season.
I
He's
didn't realize
on
that.
pace to break Darren Sproles' record for all-time yards
And
in a season. Now, he has and we have a graphic for him. It's
He's been a
DK
competent wide receiver the
He's-
last few weeks.
Yeah, he's got like 350 receiving yards.
But it's all mostly been the last
It's-
few weeks.
Yeah, but his return yardage has been absurd.
Yeah.
Punt returns and kick
So they actually have
returns.
one thing they're good at.
Got it
Yeah,
coming up, Mike.
Is their
it's-
kicker any good? I have no idea. Who's
I
their
don't
kicker?
know their kickers. Yeah, this guy, Chimeri, I don't know if it's Dyke or DK.
Yeah, I
I
don't
apologize.
know.
He got 260 yards. Most of those come in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
He's an incredible returner. And if they're going to get short fields, it could be via turnover or
Yeah.
it could be because he has a big return here. That's actually my biggest
2
fear.
touchdowns. Damn.
Cam Ward's only thrown 7 in 12 games. So
Two return touchdowns.
no,
That's pretty impressive.
No. That was his receiving.
Oh, that was
stat.
his receiving touchdown.
stat,
Oh, so he
yeah.
doesn't have return touchdowns.
I think he actually does have a return
Oh.
touchdown, but I'll double check on that.
Yeah, he's he might be their best skill position player.
Real quick, their kicker is 21 for 26 on field goals and 13 for 14 on extra points.
Who's their kicker?
Who is their kicker?
Joey Sly?
Oh,
I
Joey
remember
Sly,
him. I
classic.
Sly.
His longest
name.
is 57 yards this
Very
year.
cool.
All right, so he's a
All right,
decent kicker.
so he has, by the way, he has 1,206 kick return yards.
Yeah, but I have no idea what that.
Number 1 in the NFL.
Okay.
He has 351 punt return yards, which is number 2 in the NFL.
Okay.
And he's averaging 24 yards
A
per
lot of
punt
hidden
return.
yardage.
24 yards per punt return? That's got to
He
be
has two
number one.
punt return touchdowns.
That's crazy.
2 punt return touchdowns.
And he's 24
All right, so,
yards.
there you go. Titans have good special teams.
Every time they return a punt, it's like giving their offense 2 first downs.
That is really impressive.
He doesn't have a ton of punt returns. But the ones he
Probably not
has
kicking to him.
the ones he has returned, he has.
Well, how often are the Titans stopping teams to force them to punt?
Fair enough.
That's true too.
Although
yeah.
against the Browns, they probably will because the Browns' offense stinks also.
So just remember that.
All right,
this dude's a legit returner.
That's an area where the
Yeah.
Titans are the better team, is
Yeah.
special teams. All right, Anthony. Next one.
Question 3. Will Quinshon Judkins have the most all-purpose yards of any skill position player in this game? On the yes side, we have Earl, Jason, Bull, Dustin, Tyvis, and Jay. And then on the no is G and Mike.
What? Who else you got?
I'm going Jerry Jeudy. Big
Jeudy.
bounce back game for Jerry Jeudy here after their little scuffle on the sideline last week. You
Oh
already hear.
God.
I'm in on Shedeur
You're out of
going
control this
over.
week.
I'm in on the passing going over.
He's drinking some of the G. Bush Kool-Aid.
He
man.
is.
I'm in G
That's a
Bush's.
good G.
I'm
Bush
in
on
G
this.
Bush's. G actually, I was texting with G. G actually said Harold Fannin, but for the same reason.
Harold Fannin is going to
He
have
said for
more
the same
all-purpose
reasons.
yards?
Listen, I think they're going to throw the ball more than you
guys
guys
are out of
think.
your mind.
And I think Jerry Jeudy is going to be on the recipient of at least one long.
How many games has Harold Fannin had more total yards than Judkins?
Probably 2.
And how many times has Jerry Jeudy had more than Judkins?
None. Well, I actually don't know that, but I'm going to.
They had the one game where he had 75 yards, I think. Maybe he had more than in that
Maybe.
game. I don't know.
But this also could be anyone on the Titans too. So it's the field
I know,
versus Judkins. I'm going with Jeudy personally. I think
Yeah.
once again I could be proven very wrong, and I'll sit up here on Sunday and tell you guys I was very wrong.
Yeah, you will.
I think they're going to throw the ball a lot more than you guys think they are, and if they're going to
Okay.
throw the ball more, I think Jerry Jeudy's going to be the recipient of a lot of it.
Okay. If you say so. We'll move
All right,
on to
you
the
guys ready
next
for
one.
question 4?
Yeah.
All right, question 4. Will Cam Ward throw a touchdown pass versus the Browns defense? On the yes side, we have Earl, Dustin, Tyvis, and Jay. And then on the no side is Jason, Bull, G, and Mike.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dustin.
I
Think he gets the TD?
I think 1 TD. I think short field. We'll play action pass. It's
Yeah.
not going to be spectacular.
Who's going to catch it? Chimera Dyke?
Someone I've never heard of.
Probably.
They have Chig, Okawankuru, and
That's no way that's pronounced correct. though.
Shamiri Dyke, and Alec Aomanor are their 3 receivers. like
Yeah,
top
he's a
receivers.
rookie too. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's Eric. I think it's like Elick.
No, it's pronounced Eric, but it's not spelt like Eric.
Oh, yeah. They got.
He's from Stanford.
We
He
can't even
was
pronounce
good.
anybody's name on the team.
No.
They're weird at Stanford. Their mascot's a tree.
A tree.
That's bizarre.
Bull, you and I both said no.
Yeah.
I don't think they score a touchdown.
I don't either.
I think they're just going to get a field goal in this game. I think the Browns defense is going to absolutely dominate, and I just don't like the matchup for Cam Ward against this Browns defense. So I wouldn't know. And that was pretty easy to me, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, I could see Cam Ward throwing a touchdown, certainly. But in the end, I just think, again, I don't like either offense. Browns defense is great. The weather's going to be terrible. It's going to be, how many games has Cam Ward played in this kind of weather?
He's from Texas.
Yeah.
Went to school first at Incarnate Word in Texas. Washington State does have some inclement weather.
Not like this.
Played in the Apple Cup. It was a blizzard.
Yeah.
Really?
I remember watching it 2 years
Where's
ago.
the Apple Cup play?
It was
In
Washington.
Washington?
Washington versus Washington State. This was
Yeah.
actually in Wazoo.
I thought it never snowed in Seattle. It's not in Seattle, I guess.
I mean, it never
Doesn't
it
in
snows in Washington all the time.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't. No, it doesn't. What are you talking about?
Are you saying it doesn't snow in Washington?
What are you talking about?
In Washington State?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pacific Northwest, right by Canada.
In Seattle, it doesn't snow a lot. No, it doesn't. I have friends that live there. It does not snow a lot. Go look it up. You guys are out of your mind. Now, maybe in the north corner of the state of Washington, it doesn't snow a lot. In Seattle.
Oh, yeah. Seattle averages about 6.3 to 6.8 inches of snow per year.
You guys all looked at me like I was an idiot, and I'm correct. Thank you.
6.8
I
is-
want to apologize.
6.8 is real snow.
That's not a lot, Mike. I said it doesn't snow a lot. I didn't say it never snows.
I think he said it never snows, Dustin, right?
I mean, I don't know.
Now we're just splitting hairs.
I said it doesn't snow a lot.
I guess
6.8 inches of snow,
specifically
and it doesn't
Seattle?
get freezing cold like this very often.
He played in a blizzard.
Even in the winter, their temperatures usually in the...
First off, that
Yeah.
game was in Pullman, which is close to Idaho. They get a little more snow there.
Okay, so maybe, yeah, that's fine. All right. Go ahead, Pullman.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, he also only played.
I was more arguing with you.
Yeah.
Because it snows in Washington State. I thought you were arguing that Washington State as a whole doesn't get a lot of snow.
Yeah, I don't know
Seattle
about
on
the
the
rest.
coast, maybe different.
Seattle, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
The point is, it snows in Washington.
And he did
The
play
cities
it.
get
It
significantly
gets cold as
less.
The what, Mike?
The cities get significantly less. Mount Rainier averages about 645 inches of
Yeah.
snow annually.
That's
The
Mount
entire-
Rainier.
You're
in
so
the
wrong,
whole-
Bull.
in the
No,
whole
I'm completely.
state,
I was talking
the
about
whole
Seattle.
state averages about 280.
What's
But
that?
it also
The whole
depends
state
on
averages about 280 inches
Yeah,
of snow.
th-
Depends on elevation, guys. Come on.
Can't compare it to Mount Rainier. That's
And I love
the
that. I love
tallest
that.
thing in the country.
Thank you. Ant. Point Ant.
And
He puts you in a body
nobody's
bag.
on the
Point-
top
point
of
for Google.
Mount Rainier.
Put you in a body bag.
I've been to Mount Rainier. You guys haven't.
Did it snow?
No,
Well,
it was the middle of the summer,
that's your
but
fault.
it didn't snow. Anyway, Cam Ward. The bottom line is Cam Ward, I don't think, has played a ton of football in
No.
the kind of weather you're going to play in this week.
That is correct.
30 degrees, some snow maybe, winds.
Adam, he played college football in Pullman, Washington. Once it gets to November, it's like this there.
And do they play a ton of games in the? You're out of your mind.
He played 2 years there. That's at least 8
I
games
want
in
to
November.
look at Pullman. Pullman, I want to know what their average temperature is in November. For Pullman,
Oh, for God's sakes, man.
Washington. I think you're talking out your ass.
I'm not, man.
Do you want temperature or snowfall?
Average snowfall in Pullman, Washington in November.
About 10 inches, it says.
In
approximately.
November?
In December.
Well, they don't play in December.
Hold
Season's
on, you
over.
said December 1st, so I looked at December.
No, he said November. Point Bull.
Yeah.
He still has a bigger point.
Why
for
is that a
Mount
point?
Randy point.
Okay, about
Why is that a
38
point?
inches.
Bull. We just
38
got,
inches what?
38
It's
inches
December
above
4th.
average.
We're playing in December. 10 inches.
Point, Dustin.
They're not. Are they? What do you mean?
What's today's date?
December 4th.
What's Saturday's
Did he
Sunday's
play
date?
December games in Pullman, Washington? The Apple Cup is not in December. It's in November.
Thanksgiving weekend. Last weekend.
What's the average temperature in Pullman in November?
Looks to be somewhere between 52 and 39 degrees.
Okay.
Depends. Beginning of the month is
52 and
warmer,
39. That's a
obviously.
big difference.
Basically,
I mean, it says
Cleveland, Ohio.
November 1st,
That's
averages
Cleveland.
52, November 30th, 39 degrees.
That's exactly what he's playing in this weekend. Point director Steve.
All right.
Just let it go.
I'll give you Pullman, Washington.
Thank you.
That hillbilly part of town.
This weather and time zones, man. We nail those every time it comes up.
Jeez Louise.
We're great at time zones.
He wants to.
All right.
and
So
you'll
Cam
fight.
Ward.
You'll fight anything.
Cam Ward is. Well, I was talking about Seattle, and I was correct.
But you're good. So good at arguing. You would make me forget my own birthday.
You probably
You'd be like,
would.
you're not born October 8th.
You're not.
You weren't.
It's completely ridiculous.
Look it up,
to say you
Ant.
are.
Look it up, Ant. Look up Dustin's birthday.
What about, can I find your half birthday? Can we figure that out real fast?
December 8th.
All right. We'll get off Cam Ward and playing in weather. How did we get to this? What was the topic?
Will Cam
no
Ward
idea.
throw a touchdown?
Yeah.
Oh,
there
will
you
Cam
go.
Ward throw it?
And you said no because he's never played in bad weather before.
That wasn't the only
Which was then
re-
proven false.
Okay. I said there were a lot of reasons, and one of the reasons I gave is because he probably hasn't played in this kind of weather a lot. Now, I may be wrong about that because Pullman, Washington,
You think
may
Wazoo
in
ever
fact
played at Mount Rainier?
be colder than I thought.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
All right?
Let's go to the next one.
We will move on.
You guys ready? For
Yes.
the record, October 8th is Dustin's birthday, according
Thank
to
you.
Google. Question 5. Which number will be higher on Sunday, total tackles for Carson Schlesinger or total receptions for every wide receiver in this game?
Before you show the answer,
Yeah.
did you guys have to think for more than 1 second on this one?
Yeah. I changed my mind, or this, I don't know.
In my mind, I immediately thought he's going to have somewhere between 10 and 13 tackles, and I thought, are they going to have more than 10 receptions? And I said, yes, they will.
Okay.
You think all the receivers will combine for more than 10 receptions?
You don't think Cam Ward's going to have 10 completions to receivers?
Maybe not.
Like this takes out tight end.
But
and running back.
I did go with you on this
I was
one.
going to say,
think
I
I
can
had
give you
all.
guys the answers
Yeah.
here real quick. Tackles are Earl, Jason, G, and J, and receptions are Bull, Dustin, Ty, and Mike.
So we all agreed here.
I think it's interesting.
I'm actually going to go
I'm
tackles on
surprised
this to be the
Jason
tiebreaker.
is with the tackles. Because Earl, J, and G are three most prisoner of the moment people.
But
and so-
G is also the biggest Shedeur supporter here.
Right.
So you would think that would be leaning towards receptions.
Yeah.
Obviously, my stance on this game.
What I thought was ultimately, because I originally was going to go the other way,
Tackles.
but the reason I went, when we're all on the same side of this one, the reason I went with the receivers is because I actually think with Dustin that the Titans receivers will get a decent amount because unlike the Browns, they'll throw a little more to their receivers.
And if they're down, they're going to have to
And
throw
I
a
think
lot.
they're going to be down and they're going to throw late in the game. So they'll throw the ball to, Dyke and Ayamanor or whatever the hell his name is, guys we can't pronounce. All right, Anthony, next one.
I'm going tackles to break the tiebreaker there. I don't think it's going to be a throw-heavy game, and I think Schlesinger will light it up. So, ready for question 6, guys. Will the Browns average at least 5 yards per play against the Titans? Yes is Earl, Bull, Dustin, and Mike. No is Jason, Ty, G, and J.
Yeah, this is an answer that when I texted it to you, I had said, I'd written no, and then I scratched that and changed it to yes. I think it's going to be yes because I think I earlier said Quinshon Judkins is going to have the most total yards. I think Quinshon Judkins is going to have a monster game this weekend.
Agreed.
I think he's going to be the best player on the field on offense for either team. I think he's going to go. It wouldn't surprise me if he had 150 total yards in this game. And so I think usually relying on the passing game to keep the average up, but I actually think Quinshon Judkins, I think, Shedeur's number will be around the 5 mark, maybe a little over, but I think Judkins will help boost it up.
I've already given my diet. I'm not going to say it again. I think they're going to throw the ball downfield more than they have in the past, which leads to a greater than 5 yards per play average.
I'm just looking up and seeing what the temperatures were when Incarnate Word was in the playoffs in 2021 to find out.
Where did they play?
Well, they played at Eastern Washington.
Oh, boy.
It's one of the games. Just
I covered Cam Ward in college.
What was the weather there that day?
I'm trying to find
You're
out.
more obsessed with this than I am.
Well, now I just want to prove you wrong.
All right, I've given you that the rest of northern Washington.
Are you doing the white flag?
I'm not getting because I was talking about Seattle originally, but I will grant you that these hillbilly towns in northeastern Washington are colder than I
Eastern
knew.
Washington can get up to 48 inches of snow
Wow.
annually.
Wow.
Where?
Eastern Washington,
There you go.
the average.
Wow.
And that's where these towns are. So there you go.
What was the question? 5 yards or more?
Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
Easy?
Not easy, but I think he'll have more than 5 yards per.
Well, not just him. It's got to be 5 yards per play total. That includes the passing game.
That's not easy, but I think they'll.
But it should be easy.
It should be easy
for most teams.
but against this
easy.
defense, it'll be challenging. I wouldn't bet the under.
Yeah, against the defense. Oh, no, this is just for the Browns.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But
it's still
then
gonna
it's
go.
easier.
Yeah.
Easier.
All right, is that it, or is there one more?
No, that's all for Fence Riders today, guys. We are going to do a quick read here and get into some Cavs talk.
It was.
I just want to remind everybody that this Sunday we're not doing a watch party again, but we are back with our normal post-game show at the 2-minute warning with Earl, G, and Mikey. They're going to be breaking down this entire game right as it ends and it wraps up. So make sure you tune in right at the 2-minute warning at the end of this game. All right, guys. You want Chris Paul to come?
No,
Why not?
he's old.
So
I don't know. I mean, you can't get along with Ty Lue, and you're going to be disruptive to the organization.
was he disruptive, or did they just I heard the complaints where he was calling out the team? Don't the Cavs need some of that?
Maybe, but I mean, I don't know. You don't think you think Ty Lue is not a good leader?
I think Ty Lue's a good leader, so that's why this was
That's
weird
why it's
to me.
Yeah. So to me, it's just bizarre, and I want nothing to do with it.
All right, Mike.
From a basketball standpoint, on
Yeah.
the court, it makes no sense whatsoever. None at all. Chris Paul plays slow.
Yeah.
He wants the ball in his hands. You can see the odds. The Cavs are actually, according to BetOnline, the favorites.
Why are they
to
the
sign.
favorites?
I have no idea. I don't get any of these teams, honestly. I don't think any of them besides
Yeah.
the Rockets make even a lick of sense, but these were the odds that BetOnline put up.
Rockets don't play fast, so
And they don't have a traditional point guard with Fred VanVleet out.
Yeah.
So in theory, that's the only team I could see that makes even an ounce of sense. The Grizzlies, the Thunder, the Lakers, they play too fast. You can't have LeBron and Chris Paul on the same team at this age.
why doesn't if you're CP3, aren't you going to a team that can win a championship?
I think the Rockets makes the most sense by
Right.
far.
But
from
not the Thunder. If you want to win a title.
he wouldn't play for them at all. He is an absolute cone on defense, and
Okay.
they play.
He's a cone.
He is. I mean, and that's why, from a basketball standpoint, Chris Paul in Cleveland makes no sense. From an offensive
They
standpoint,
already play no defense.
well, defensively, they've tried playing pressure defense. It hasn't worked, but once again, he's an absolute zero on defense. Offensively, he wants the ball in his hands. He wants to play pick and roll. The Cavs are running less pick and roll. He doesn't shoot threes. It's a horrific basketball fit in Cleveland.
Yeah.
However, your point about, can we say that he's an asshole?
Yeah.
Chris Paul is a legitimate asshole, and the Cavaliers may need that kind of person in the locker room right now to help them kind of right the ship. So I don't really know how I feel because I think from a basketball standpoint, he is washed. I don't think he would help this team 1 ounce on the court. But there could be the locker room part of it that it fits in.
That a guy who's going to be a Hall of Famer was sent home because he's a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, that's I don't need anything. I don't need any of that on my team.
What I would say is if I'm Kenny Atkinson and the Cavs have a chance to get him, I'd go to Donovan Mitchell. And I'd say, do you want him here?
Yeah, of course.
And if Donovan says yes.
That's the case probably with every acquisition.
Right. If Donovan says yes, I'd sign him. And if Donovan said nah, then I'm not even considering it.
I'm the same way.
I don't care what the rest of the team thinks. I only care what Donovan thinks. That's it. And Donovan thinks he needs some guy to be a pain in the ass on the team, then so be it. Then bring him in. Yeah. And if not, but Houston probably makes a lot of sense.
It's the only team that makes any sense in my mind for him and for
him and Durant are buddies.
Yeah, and just and Udoka, their head coach, likes players that are kind of from the Chris Paul mold. Pull the stats back up. Like, I don't know if you guys have watched any Clippers this year. The Clippers are a disaster.
They're
Chris
terrible,
Paul is completely
I watched a little bit.
Like completely, and he had a Hall of Fame career. He's on the back, like he's old.
How old? He's like 40, right?
Yeah, he played 82 games last year. Like he was actually a decent contributor for San Antonio.
Kawhi's always injured, man.
He just doesn't have it this year. The shots falling off.
How old is he?
I think he's 40 or 41. Like
he's
legit
of course,
old.
obviously.
But he was solid last year. He wasn't this washed.
He's like the same class as LeBron. Isn't he like 03?
Yeah.
I think he was 04 the year after.
Okay. Wasn't who's the that podcast, that basketball show that Michelle Beadle does with 3X players?
FanDuel show.
Chandler Parsons.
Yeah,
Parsons.
Did you hear what he said about LeBron?
No.
Well, he didn't like because LeBron was like hunting this.
Oh, when he went for his 10 points the other day?
First of all, does anybody besides him care about that?
Nope.
Is that a meaningful record?
Nope.
How many consecutive games with 10 points? I can't believe he even cares about that.
And if you include the postseason, he is not number one. It's literally regular season. It's
beyond stupid. Yeah. But he said watching LeBron the other day was the first time he really felt like, he may not be LeBron anymore.
He's not LeBron this year. Now he's coming back from sciatica, or sciatica, excuse me. Which, from all accounts, and I've never had sciatica. Maybe you guys have.
I have had it.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's like the worst thing in the world.
It is. I had it right before the NFL draft, actually, and it was one of the worst things ever. It's just that nerve that runs right through your buttocks, like your piriformis muscle, and like I had no feeling in my leg. So
it's pretty awful.
It's very debilitating.
Yeah. So I mean, he hasn't been the same player. It is what it is. I don't think he'll ever be the LeBron James that can carry a team for 4 games in a playoff series, put the guys on their back, which is why the Luka trade made so much sense when they made it last year. And he's really the third.
It's not the boldest statement when he's 41 years old.
But he's been Iron Man. He's been that guy.
No, but
later in his career than anyone
Iron Man's
has.
Iron Man until Iron Man's not Iron Man.
Yeah.
Right.
Eventually, it happens.
He hasn't been a guy that could carry a team to a championship in a couple of years.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
he's still a very good player, no? Or is he not?
No, he's still. Yeah.
I mean, is he going to be an all-star? He shouldn't be, probably.
He will be.
He probably will be because it's a fan vote.
Yeah.
But no, he's not.
By the way, what percentage of the fan vote do we know in the NFL goes to the fans control?
I have no idea.
Can the fans get Shedeur Sanders in the Pro Bowl?
He's on the ballot. He is on the ballot.
You know what? I know people are going to vote for him. Honestly, you're doing him a disservice if you vote him to the Pro Bowl. It's embarrassing for him.
It's just a popularity contest.
But don't you think it's embarrassing if he gets there? Because all the other people are going to be like,
very.
A fan should not vote for him. If I were him, I wouldn't want to give. Maybe he wants to go. Maybe he doesn't care. To me, that would be embarrassing.
You should have to play in a certain amount of snaps.
Yeah,
I mean, Tyler Huntley made the Pro Bowl the year he had 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions because 10 guys turned it down.
There should have never been an amount. That was still a screw up.
I know. Yeah. I agree.
But if you can't, at this point, you don't have to have a certain amount of guys because they don't play the game anymore.
No, I just would name the Pro Bowlers, and whether they want to come or not, those are your Pro Bowlers.
Right,
everyone else
that's
can
it.
Come and just
having these backups and all this stuff is stupid. They're not legitimate awards. That's why I don't even pay attention to Pro Bowls. But I hope people don't do it. Like yesterday, the Browns were out promoting David Njoku as a Pro Bowler. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Why would you do that? That's so embarrassing.
I don't know.
He's going to finish with 500 yards. I was
going to say, you know what else is embarrassing was the Cavs' performance last night.
Sorry, I sidebar us.
No, they sucked last night.
The Cavs sucked, but I have been beating up the Cavs more than anybody on this show.
And I'm proud of you for what you're about to say.
But now I got to turn the page. Again, social media is not real life, but I went on social media after the game for a few minutes to see what people were saying about the Cavs. And I saw this guy who I know. Shout out to Ryan, who is in my fantasy baseball league, and he's a big Cleveland sports fan. He lives obviously in the area. And he tweeted, "Man, the Cavs are more embarrassing than the Browns." And I'm like, that pissed me off so much to read that.
Why?
Because the other teams in this town don't deserve to be lumped in with this pathetic Browns franchise, right? Like, there's things to complain about, certainly when it comes to the Guardians, and certainly when it comes to the Cavs. There are complaints. The Cavs have only, won once. The Guardians haven't won for most of us since we've been alive. But those are, on some level, solid to very good run organizations. All right? There's issues. Dan Gilbert used to be too much of a meddler. With the Guardians, the owner doesn't spend enough money. I get the complaints. Jimmy Haslam's one of the worst owners in sports. The Browns are thought of as a joke organization. No neutral sports fan in America thinks of the Cavs as an embarrassing organization, do they?
No, they do not.
Does anybody in the country that's a casual baseball fan or even a diehard baseball fan think of the Guardians as an embarrassing organization?
Here's a test. Wear a Cavs hoodie across the country and through airports.
Right.
No one's going to give you a hard time at all.
Same thing with the Guardians.
Wear a brown shirt.
Yeah.
People will make fun of you.
Exactly. So when people
or they'll say, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, right.
Sorry for you.
As soon as something goes wrong with the Guardians and Cavs, there's people so quick to want to I don't know why we do this. Oh, they're more embarrassing. Nothing's more embarrassing than the Browns.
You fall into that category. You've been ripping them all year.
Okay. Yes, I have. But I've never once said they're as embarrassing as the Browns, have I?
No.
Okay.
And by the way, some of the criticism is 100% deserved
The
right
criticism
now.
is all fair.
Yeah.
But this idea that as much as I've killed the Cavs, this idea that the season's over, people are over the top. They lost 4 of 5. Oh my! Even last year when the Cavs had a great season, there was a stretch where they lost a bunch
in March.
Right, where they
lost 4 or 5 in March. Yeah.
It is December.
Yeah.
Who gives a rat's patootie that they've lost 4 out of 5? Oh my God, they lost to Portland. Portland stinks. Yeah, the Cavs are not very good right now. They're not very good.
Don't you think you think back to the last few years, right?
Yeah.
This team has made the playoffs. They've had these.
Yeah.
What they win 60-something games last year.
Very good regular seasons, especially the last 2 years.
So, and then the postseason was the same result.
Yeah.
They get bounced.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm actually okay with this because it's different. Maybe they'll go through a little bit of adversity.
Yes.
Maybe they'll have to figure some stuff out. I can't say that word.
Yeah.
On TV anymore. And maybe they'll be different in the postseason because of this. So I'm okay with this.
And maybe they'll just stink. But
maybe they will. But either way, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They're either going to get bounced in the first or second round, like they did the last couple of years.
Right.
This year.
Yeah.
But this doesn't matter. We're going to worry about it now? Let them try to figure it out.
Right. The last 2 years, they were great. We loved them in the regular season. It didn't matter. So, yes. Are they playing well now? Of course they're not. They're playing lousy basketball. Nobody's trying to argue that they're playing well.
Yeah, it wasn't a great performance last night.
Right now. But who cares?
I'm so proud of you right now, Bo. I really am, man. From the bottom of my heart.
The bottom
of my heart. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
No, they're playing like crap right now.
Yeah.
They'll be the first. Donovan and Kenny yesterday both said, playing like poop, for lack of a better word right now. We got to figure this out. Donovan, though, I thought was very poignant in his post-game media availability yesterday when he said, I don't want to use the word concern because as soon as I say concern, it gets blown up into something bigger than it is. But right now, we are not a good basketball team. And if we come back at the end of January and the beginning of February, and we're having these same conversations, then I'll be concerned. Then we're going to have some difficult decisions to make and some difficult, he should play, he shouldn't play.
Yeah.
How do we fix this? But he said, it's December. We have 59 games in the regular season to go.
Exactly.
They have just surpassed the 25% mark.
59.
59 games to go.
Yeah. They have
still
not
haven't had
Max
Max
the
Strus.
25% mark, by the way.
Yeah, they've played 23 games.
Oh, you're right. Bad job of me.
Third time. Bad L.
Point Mike.
That was a point for you.
Thank you.
Stacking L's over here, man.
Bull today is what the super should say. But no, Darius is still working his way back from his toe injury. Doesn't look right yet. You have to hope he gets back to being the old version of Darius. You haven't had Max Strus all season. You haven't had Sam Merrill for the last week and a half. You haven't had Jared Allen. They're missing 4 legitimate rotation guys. It's going to be clunky. Now, that is not to excuse the fact that they still need to play better.
Yeah.
They still should be able to beat Portland without those guys. They still should be able to beat a shorthanded Boston team without those guys. I don't want to seem like I'm making an excuse for how they've played because they have not played good basketball. They've not played anywhere near the kind of basketball that this team is capable of playing, even with guys out on the sidelines because they're injured. But we can't spend all summer saying the regular season doesn't matter because they win and then they flounder in the playoffs.
Right.
To now freak out on December 4th
Right, doesn't make any
that
sense.
this team isn't as good or isn't where they need to be because this team today is going to look very different than this team in March.
That's
And
right.
if it doesn't, then it's all null and void anyway because they're going to get bounced in the first round and they're going to blow it up. It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
They still need time. I am not telling you not to be they have some legitimate concerns, but it's December 4th, guys. It's December 4th.
Yeah.
There is still time to right the ship, and I'll just keep going back to this last stat. Indiana was the hottest team in the league down the stretch last year. They made the finals, lost in Game 7.
Right.
They were 20-25 midway through January. They were 5 games under 500.
And that's not common, but it did.
But it goes, and they had injuries earlier in the season. They got everyone together. They changed how they played.
Right.
And the team that they ended the regular season with did not resemble 1 ounce of the team that they started the regular season with.
That's true.
It happens. Boston, the year they lost to the Golden State Warriors in the finals, was 22-23 in the middle of January.
Yeah.
They got hot, go on a run, reach the finals. My point is, the team you are in December does not remotely resemble the team you are when the playoffs start. And even the Cavs last year were 17-1 at one point. And they sucked in the playoffs.
That's right.
So
Weren't
even
the
when you're
Miami
good to
Heat-
bad.
I think Miami Heat, the first year with LeBron, started like 8-9 or 9-10, something like that. I'm not obviously comparing this, but there's
Two
been-
different teams. But it happens.
But the Cavs have 3 guys who are amongst the worst shooters in the league right now, and Darius Garland, DeAndre Hunter, and Lonzo Ball. Is he the worst shooter in the league right now?
He's the worst high-volume shooter in basketball.
Yeah.
It's not great.
What's his 3-point percentage?
26%.
I can't believe it's even that high.
You ready? He's taken, I hope I get this number right. It's something, if I'm not exactly on the numbers, it's something right around here. He's taken 114 shots this year, 11 have been inside the arc. So he's only shooting threes, and he can't make threes right now.
Were you expecting this? Not
No.
him shooting poorly, but shooting that high a percentage of threes?
He doesn't drive. Yeah, Lonzo does not. I mean, we've talked about the fact for his career, he averages like 3 drives a game. This year he's down to about 1.5, which to me, like, the whole issue with the Cavs offense right now is they have an offense predicated on dribble penetration and shooting threes, right? They lose Ty Jerome. Darius isn't the same Darius. Strus, who is actually sneaky good at getting to the paint, hasn't played yet. Mobley, who we thought was going to be able to take on some of that penetrating, get into the paint and kick out, hasn't made that leap. So they're not getting to the paint nearly as much.
I don't want to hear about Ty Jerome because you all were happy to see him out of here.
No. I still think.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Ty. Nobody liked Ty more than I did.
I know that, but you all jumped off his bandwagon when they signed Lonzo Ball.
And I thought Lonzo would be able to supplement part of that, and I thought Evan would be able to supplement part of that, and Darius would be healthier than he appears to be at the moment. It hasn't happened. So now you have an offense that's predicated on dribble penetration and kicking out to open threes, and you're not getting to the paint. Well, you're a terrible three-point shooting team. You don't get to the free throw line, and you're not offensive rebounding. So it's no wonder.
And they're not playing good defense like they have in the past.
And Kenny said last night, and this is something I think is worth keeping an eye on. Kenny said we cannot let the fact that we're missing shots impact our defensive effort. Not even it's an effort thing defensively. They missed, I think at one point, like 7 or 8 threes in a row in the second quarter, and you could just see guys
There was
trotting back on
defensive
defense
series where DeAndre Hunter did not raise his arms once.
And he's one of the guys that can't make a shot.
paint.
I think this week off they're going to have will be good for them.
Yeah. By the way, in the past, Kenny's given them the week, like some time off during that. They're practicing every single day right now.
They need that.
Every single day.
Yeah.
They're not playing good. They're not playing good at all.
No, they're
right
playing
now. They're not
lousy
playing
basketball right now. When's their next game? Tomorrow?
They play the Wemby-less Spurs tomorrow.
Then Saturday against the
and the Steph Curry-less. Yes.
Yeah.
And then they have the entire week off.
And they play the Colorado Rockies on the 12th.
Colorado Walkie Beer?
Yeah. The Washington Rocky. I wonder if you think it snows in Washington?
I don't know, man. Good question.
In Washington, D.C., it definitely snows.
Can we look that up? Is this snow?
How much snow per capita in Washington, D.C., Anthony? Look that
Actually,
up.
before I look it up, can I make one point about the Cavs?
Yeah.
No.
Last night?
Ant was there last night, so.
No.
All right, never mind, Bull. Fine. I got to go look up some snow averages.
Go ahead.
We've been kind of negative to talk about. They played like crap last night, right?
Yeah.
But 3 players were actually really fun to watch last night that you guys haven't brought up, and it's Naquan Tomlin, Thomas Bryant, and Jalen Tyson. And that young core looks really fun, and they're starting to look the part.
Is Thomas Bryant that young?
Thomas Bryant isn't that young, but he's a lunatic and he's awesome.
Yeah.
He's awesome. And I hope may have a sit down with Thomas Bryant coming up very soon.
Okay.
But
are Thomas Bryant, Naquan Tomlin, are they legit NBA players?
So Thomas
They
Bryant
could play in the playoff series.
Thomas Bryant played in the playoffs for the Pacers last year. He made some huge threes against the Cavs.
You're right.
Now,
that's a good point.
he goes in and out. Here's my thing with Thomas Bryant.
Yeah.
I don't know this for a fact. I'm just speculating. I'm not sure Thomas Bryant knows a single play. I don't think when he's on the court, the Cavs run any offensive sets. He's just an energy.
Yeah.
And I say this, and I mean this sincerely in the best way. He's a lunatic. But sometimes you need a kind of a lunatic, a wild card, especially without Max Strus, to provide some of the spark that others are missing. He actually talked after the first time he had a media availability after the game because he made a couple threes, had a block shot. And he's like, hey, my minutes are sporadic, but when I get out there, I'm playing with 185% intensity.
Yeah.
Because I may only get 3 minutes. And if
Big
I only get 3 minutes, that's the only 3 minutes I'm going to get. I got to make the most of it. He's a former 5-star recruit coming out of high school. He's bounced around the league. Went to Indiana in college. He can play. Tyson was good last night. Tomlin, he didn't have a great game last night, but his energy is contagious. And Don and Evan played awesome last night. Like, those two weren't the issue. It's funny. We've talked about how Evan hasn't lived up to some of the moments this year. Evan was terrific last night. And no one else
that
played.
He's been playing better as they've been losing.
He's been making more shots. He was awesome. He had 5
He's
blocks.
not
too.
driving to the basket as much anymore.
He was 3 of 7 from 3 last night. Kenny mentioned that he thought he could have taken a few more shots, but when he goes back and watches the film with Evan, a lot of times he's like, Evan made the right basketball play. Even if it isn't shooting and we want him to shoot more, he's making the smart play. But he had 5 blocks. He single-handedly kept them. He was the only defensive presence they had whatsoever on the entire court. So we could blame a lot of people. They haven't been good enough. Evan hasn't been good enough this season.
Right.
Last night's not on Evan.
All right. There was something else NBA-wise I wanted to bring up. Oh, Giannis, yes. Do we need to do a read before we talk about Giannis here?
No, you can hit Giannis before we go to keep that trade.
So, obviously, last night I text Mike when I see this that Giannis wants to be traded. And I'm like, is there any way the Cavs can get Giannis? Because what a jolt in the arm it would be for everybody here if the Cavs somehow got Giannis.
He has no trade clause, right? He gets to pick where he wants to go.
He's going to dictate where he wants to go.
Yeah, and I realize the Cavs are probably not realistic, but and I didn't even know if they could do it because of the second apron. So, Mike, explain in theory, even though the Cavs probably don't make sense, what they would have to do money-wise to be able to trade for him.
So there's a couple of loops they have to jump through. Right now, as of 12/12 on December 4th, the Cavs are $22 million in the second apron. So there's 2 avenues when you're a second apron team to be able to then get out of the second apron to make some kind of trade. Either A, you have to get under the second apron before you make said deal. So the Cavs would have to shed $22 million in salary so then they could work and have a little more wiggle room, for lack of a better word, to make a Giannis trade. Or they could do a direct trade with Milwaukee. Now, the end result of the trade, though, would have to have the Cavs $22 million under where they currently sit, so they end up out of the second apron. So they have to send $22 or more million to Milwaukee in the deal.
And Milwaukee would have to be able to take on that extra money, too.
And I don't even know what their situation is.
But in theory, financially, you could trade Garland and Mobley to get Giannis. In theory.
I don't know what Milwaukee's side. I'm not sure if it works on their side.
Let's assume Milwaukee could take on the money.
From the Cavs
that
side,
would work financially. Garland and Mobley for Giannis.
Yeah, we looked up the Cavs cap sheet earlier. Giannis is making about $55 million.
And Mobley and Garland making about 80 between them.
Exactly. So when you add up, because Mobley with his extension and remember, he won DPOY, so we got that extra boost. He's at $46 million and Garland's at $40 million.
All right, so that's 86. So that's $32 million more. Yeah. Does Milwaukee have like a bad contract the Cavs would have to take back? Do they have
Kyle Kuzma.
How much is he making?
Like 2 for 40, so that's 20.
All right, so you say you get Kuzma back in the deal so they can get rid of him.
Would that, I don't have the exact calculator in front of me. If the math
let's say that was it. Now, as Mike astutely pointed out,
it's
they
highly
They
unlikely.
probably want first-round picks, not necessarily players, and the Cavs have no picks before 2031 to trade. Now, in terms of proven talent, Mobley and Darius would be better than probably anything they could get.
Probably.
Right? So I feel like if I had mentioned this a year ago, you and Jason would have said, I'm not making that trade.
No.
And now you'd make it.
We've mentioned this before because it got brought up that
Yeah.
when you have a chance to get a top 3 player in the world, you go get that.
But didn't
player.
you say no last year if we
No,
talked about
I said yes.
Okay.
It was Giannis. Now, we're talking
Yeah.
9, 10, 11 in the world. I had my hesitations. Number 3, Giannis, a guy who's proven he could put a team and a franchise on his back and carry you to the playoffs.
He's never played with as good a player as Donovan
Never
Mitchell.
played with a good player. And him and Donovan would fit very, very well.
Exactly.
Like, even before this season started and my stock on Mobley is lessened a little bit, I still would have made the deal.
Right.
Now
no-brainer.
If Milwaukee would do it, no-brainer, but I don't think Milwaukee
Obviously, it's
would do it.
unlikely, but you'd make this trade or no?
100%.
Right. So let's have a little fun.
Okay.
Let's think about let's say they got Kuzma and Giannis. They traded Garland and Mobley. Okay.
You have to get just to make sure.
Yeah.
Put Hunter in that too, because Hunter's part of that deal.
Why?
Because the money now.
Money?
Yeah. Now the
Why?
money.
Oh, because it's not $22 million more.
Because Kuzma's making 21.
Yeah,
so
he
then
makes a ton.
Yeah, Kuzma makes 21 plus Giannis is.
All right, so maybe we don't take Kuzma.
It's just stupid hypothetical.
All right,
so for the hypothetical, we get Kuzma back because they want
Yeah.
to get off Kuzma, but with the up Hunter. So you're
You
swapping.
give up Hunter or Allen? Who would you prefer to give up?
They signed Miles Turner, so there's no way they're taking Allen. So I'd
Okay.
rather give up Allen, but there's no way they're taking Allen.
Okay, so you got to trade a Hunter. So you trade, your second, third, and fourth best players,
For your new
but
best
getting
player.
the new best player, and you still have Don. So you now have your starting lineup. Who's the starting lineup with the 2 stars?
Allen, Giannis, Donovan,
Ball.
Merrill or Ball, depending on. I think not Lonzo. I think you need a real point guard in that lineup.
Yeah.
But if he can't shoot, you can't have 3 non-shooters. Because
Right.
Giannis isn't a shooter.
Yeah.
Lonzo, who should be a shooter, is not currently a shooter.
Okay.
And
Well, what
Allen-
about Kuzma? Is Kuzma a starter?
Yeah, Kuzma's
Yeah.
probably your starting 3.
He
Yeah.
still can knock down
Yeah.
threes at a decent clip.
All right.
I
so,
actually would put Strus in there.
He had a
and
couple
Kuzma
against
off the
us
bench.
earlier this year.
If Strus was healthy, I'd put Strus in there. But
okay. So for the playoffs, you'd have Strus.
Giannis.
Who's your point guard? Pick it.
I'd start with Lonzo. I'd close with Merrill.
All right. So you got Lonzo, Strus, Jared Allen,
Giannis and Don.
Giannis, and Donovan, and then off the bench you got Merrill, you got Kuzma,
Porter Jr.,
Porter Jr.,
Tyson, and
That-
Tom. Yeah,
So that's your top 9.
top 9. Yeah.
Can you win a championship with that team?
I mean,
Is Giannis still
I think
one of
you're-
the 3 best players in the league right now?
Yeah. He was having an incredible season before he
Okay.
got hurt.
They could 100% win the East with that.
I was gonna say I don't think
100%.
I don't think they're winning a championship.
You don't think they could beat Oklahoma City?
No.
Could they beat anybody else if somebody else Oklahoma City happens to lose?
I
Denver?
think they match up decently with Houston. Denver be a.
How does Giannis do against Jokic?
They don't guard each other. It's not it's not apples to apples. Yeah. I think they could beat Houston.
I would 100% make that. I would trade anything but Donovan to get Giannis. And the only reason I say I wouldn't trade Donovan is because what's the point? Now you're the Bucks,
Right.
But I don't even care who else I have to trade. The Cavs are not. We know realistically the Cavs are not winning a championship as is. I think we all know that now. So Donovan is not that young. He may want to leave if he can't win a championship in a couple of years. I think you gotta. Again, I know this is probably not realistic, so I apologize.
It's not. It's not. Probably not. It is not realistic. So this is
never know.
all just.
You never know.
The
What if they could trade? They got to get some first-round picks.
OKC has literally a war chest of.
But what
first-round
Oklahoma City's been hesitant to make these type of deals.
Because they just won the championship and they're 20-1.
So why would they do it?
I don't think they would.
They wouldn't.
But I think San Antonio would, and San Antonio has 4 or 5 young guys and a war chest of picks.
Maybe he'd rather play with Donovan Mitchell.
Maybe.
Can you imagine those unicorns together in San Antonio?
Also,
How would that work with the two of them?
Wemby
How would-
shoots.
how would it
it'd be
not
It'd be
work?
the best defensive tandem
That
league's
is
ever seen up
crazy.
front,
How
yeah.
could you score
No
against
one would
them?
get the paint.
No, it'd be impossible. Also, there's a Jimmy Haslam factor in this, and I don't know if Jimmy would trade Giannis.
If Jimmy would not help, wouldn't people like him if he helped the Cavs team?
I don't think he wants to see another Cleveland team win before his Browns do.
Fair enough.
As dumb as that sounds,
We're never getting another
He's
chance.
a piece of garbage if that's the reason.
Oh, really?
He's a heinous piece of garbage. The Browns are nowhere close to winning a
I feel
championship.
very confident saying that that's
What a piece
part
of
of it,
crap
too.
he is.
part of it.
You guys also haven't factored in that Milwaukee averages 48 inches of snow and Cleveland averages 63. So
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what is Greece?
Cleveland doesn't average 3 inches of snow.
He
What are you
said
talking
63.
about?
63.
Oh.
Yeah.
What about Greece?
I did not look up Greece. Give me a second.
Yeah, this is very important. To
We
know.
get more snow than Milwaukee, huh? I would have thought it'd be like neck and neck.
I mean, they're closer to.
Chicago.
Yeah, they've got. Well, I guess they've got the lake too. I don't know.
According to a quick Google search, Greece does
I think
not have a
the
single
more
average
north,
snowfall
I think
because
that
it
you'd
varies
assume
drastically
like
by
colder
region.
temperatures, like closer to Canada. Don't you think?
Right, but like I said, in the West Coast, it's the average temperature in Seattle is not as cold as the average
Sure,
temperature
but we're
here.
still Midwest here.
That's true.
All right, before we go too far down the hole, you guys are ready for keep cut trade?
Yeah, thank you, Ant.
Let's do
Yes. By
All
the
right,
way,
let me get a
why is it
read-in real
called?
quick.
Before you get to this, why is it called the Midwest? Think about that for a second.
No, that's a great question.
It's midway to the west. I don't know.
Because everything in it is mid.
Fair enough, too.
That's not true.
It's just the
We got a lot of great things here.
Yeah,
not the weather.
Mitchell's ice cream.
The weather suck, and Mitchell's ice cream is great. All right, it is
What's
a weird
really
term.
What's really so great about Ohio?
Mitchell's.
What's
The
great
summer.
about
The
Ohio?
summer's great.
I mean,
Our football team
It's-
in Columbus is good.
So there's
Soccer
a lot
team's
of
good.
things. It's one of even though the weather sucks in the winter. Right now, we've got in recent years around the world and around America, you've had more crazy weather events. We're getting more and more as the years go by. And Ohio, especially northern Ohio, is located in one of the best parts of the country in terms of not having these crazy weather events. We don't
Because we're inland.
well, that's part of it.
And we're not-
But it's not just that because Oklahoma, Texas, these places
we're
get tornadoes.
Yeah, well, we're not completely flat.
right. We don't get real tornadoes. We got that one tornado.
It hit
like-
Parma, literally 3
Yeah,
blocks away
but
from where I
generally
live.
we don't get hit with tornadoes very often. It's very rare. We don't get hurricanes.
This was not meant to be a serious conversation.
Oh.
This was supposed to be kind of funny.
Okay,
Like-
but I was given a serious thing.
I know.
The cost of living here.
Yeah.
Great
Terrific.
compared to most
Terrific.
big cities.
Again, I was more like being
All right,
facetious
I'm trying to
and
show love.
sarcastic.
You guys are born and raised here.
No, I agree.
And
I
you're
love
crapping
you.
on Ohio. I have only lived here 13 years, and I'm showing love.
And I love
Born and,
Ohio.
born and raised in
Those are
Ohio,
talking about
and so I can make fun of Ohio.
Yeah.
Like it's great. I love Ohio.
There's bad things and good things, just like every other state.
Most,
Except for, like, Alabama, there's really
mostly
nothing.
my biggest part
Yeah.
of my problem with Ohio
Yeah.
is the effing weather.
Yeah, it sucks. The weather from December through April is terrible.
Yeah,
From
it's
Thanksgiving to almost Memorial Day sucks.
if I'm gonna live in cold weather, I need mountains.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Well,
You know,
I don't, but if
we
you
don't
wanna
have,
go skiing,
we,
yeah,
we don't
yeah.
have mountains, and so I'd rather be somewhere where it's warm.
I hear you.
We have 7
I'd
days.
rather be somewhere where it's kind of moderate. I don't want to be like I wouldn't want to live in Florida. The weather there sucks. Like,
I wouldn't want to live in
May
Florida
to
year
September.
round.
yeah, no, it's terrible.
Right now, I want to be in Florida.
Sure, this time of year, but I'd rather be in parts of California where it's just kind of steady in the 70s instead of being 100 degrees and muggy. But in California, you got earthquakes, although in Florida, you got a lot of hurricanes. So, anyway, maybe go to Phoenix.
Let's
Maybe
start.
go to Phoenix.
Let's start a spreadsheet.
I do like Phoenix.
Yeah, start a spreadsheet.
Phoenix is cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys,
All
we're
right.
going to get a read in here before
Yeah.
Keep Cut Trade. Gift big this year with a Home for the Holidays raffle. You have a chance to win a beautiful new custom home or cash prize this holiday season and help make wishes come true for Make-A-Wish kids with critical illnesses. Raffle proceeds
Grok.
benefit Make-A-Wish OKI, which has granted over
unbelievable.
22,000 wishes for children facing critical illnesses across Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana region since 1983. This year is a custom-built ranch by Petros Homes and has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and a 3-car garage. It also includes features like a great room with a vaulted ceiling that extends to the outdoors, an unbelievable kitchen with beautiful finishes and a large hidden pantry, a mudroom with open lockers, and unique pet shower station. Just visit homeforoholidays.org to buy your tickets. That's homeforoholidays.org. Terms and conditions do apply.
All righty. Keep, cut, trade. We haven't played this game in a while.
It's been months.
Yeah, I like it. We need some stuff like this because just straight Browns talk right now is rough.
Stuff.
Is rough. Go ahead.
All right, guys. Our first Keep Cut trade today is Myles Garrett, Lawrence Taylor, and Reggie White.
Oh my God.
We made these kind of tough.
Tough.
I mean,
This is
that's
impossible.
Come on, this is ridiculous.
I'm keeping Lawrence Taylor. I'm trading Myles Garrett because he's the youngest by far.
Oh, you can't factor that in. That's nonsense. That's
What kind of trade value does a 60-year-old Lawrence Taylor have right now?
Nah, that's bogus. You can't. That's an easy way out.
What are the parameters here, guys? First time I've ever played this game.
You keep one, you cut one, and you trade one.
Are they in their primes?
Yes, say they're all in their
they're all in
primes.
Okay.
I didn't watch the other two play. This one's tough for me.
I mean, they're the 3 best pass rushers ever.
Keep Reggie. Cut LT. Trade Miles.
Okay, why?
I just think
Worried about LT's coke habit?
I am. and Reggie, I mean, I just think he's like the greatest teammate of all time and just the best. He's like the GOAT, dude. And I think there's more value for Miles because he's young and he still has all that upside.
I was raised in a household where Lawrence Taylor is the greatest football player to ever live. So I'm going to go with my dad on this one and keep Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him or Reggie White play. I'm too young. So with that in mind, I'm going to trade Myles Garrett just because I think what I'm watching him do on a week-to-week basis is literally incredible. And I don't think there's a price tag too high for how he's playing right now. And then I would cut Reggie White because someone has to get cut in this scenario.
I mean,
but I don't think there's a right or
the
wrong
other two have
answer.
won Super Bowls, but it's not Miles. I'm going to keep Myles Garrett. I'll be a homer on this one. I mean, it's ridiculous. They're the 3 best ever. I thought Lawrence Taylor was the greatest football player I've ever seen. But
Better than Jerry Rice?
yes, but I'll keep Myles Garrett. I'll trade Reggie White, and I'll cut Lawrence Taylor. As Lawrence's coke habit is concerned.
So you don't think you get the same trade value because he has a drug problem?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Anthony.
Go ahead, Mike. What's our next one?
I don't know.
What's the average snowfall? Tell me. All right, Evan Mobley, Sengun, or Scotty Barnes?
Interesting.
I'm keeping Sengun. I'm trading Scotty Barnes, and I'm cutting Evan Mobley.
Same.
You guys are wrong. At least on one of these. You're keeping Sengun.
Yeah.
He's been the best by far this year.
You're a Barnes hater.
I do hate Barnes, but I also think just the positional value of Scotty Barnes versus Evan Mobley, you're not getting nearly as much back in a trade for Scotty Barnes as you would for Evan Mobley. You still would get a decent return,
Yeah.
but I still think they're looked at as different tier players. Şengün surpassed them both this year. He's been incredible in Houston. I would keep Şengün. I'd trade Mobley. I'd cut Scotty Barnes.
Okay.
To me, that one's pretty easy.
Is Barnes soft? Because Mobley's soft.
I think he's fake tough.
Fake tough?
Fake tough.
How much snow do they get in Toronto?
lot.
It's Canada. I don't know.
Because we want to know how tough he is.
Yeah. Can he play in the snow?
Does he wear a parka?
Well, Şengün's from war-terrorized Eastern Europe, so we know he's tough.
Yeah.
Oh, he went there, huh?
Basically from Chernobyl,
He's still not inhabitable, Chernobyl, by the way.
still.
Still uninhabitable?
Yes. Well, unless you're like there's certain.
You wear like a hazmat suit in there?
You could, yes.
All right,
Go ahead, Anthony.
All right, next one. Jerry Jeudy, Kendrick Bourne, or Parker Washington?
I mean, this is the most random. Parker Washington's had a decent season.
Yeah, this one.
You only know these guys because you play fantasy football.
I came up with this one yesterday.
Okay, so how do you know those guys?
I don't.
Real quick, Bo, before you answer, I came
Yeah.
up with this one yesterday. I was going through the NFL receiving yards, and I
Yeah.
wanted to make one with Jeudy to find guys in the same vein
Yeah.
as Jerry Jeudy. And there's some bigger name guys that have a similar statistical profile to Jeudy this year, but they've missed like 6-7 games.
Right.
These guys are all in the same range who have played majority.
Isn't
Judy's
Ken-
obviously the biggest name.
I mean, how old is Kendrick Bourne? Isn't he old at this point, or am I off on that?
I think he's around the same. Parker Washington's the youngest of the group.
Yeah. I mean, I'll keep Parker Washington.
Bourne is 30 years.
Yeah, I'd cut Bourne. I'd trade Jeudy. I don't know if I can get anything for him, but I can't get anything for Bourne either.
I'd keep Jeudy, and this may be just homerism speaking.
Yeah.
I just think there's more than we've gotten. And
Yeah,
I think
but
he's the
Parker
highest
Washington's
upside.
young, and I think he's got real upside.
And but he has the highest trade value because he's the youngest. I don't think there's a ton of difference in their
Kendrick
trade
Bourne
value.
played at Eastern Washington where they get a lot of snow.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
How about that?
This is gonna be the snow
It's
episode.
circles all around.
This is gonna be the
circles
snow
all,
episode.
circles back.
He's a tough guy.
You gotta be. That's why I'm keeping him.
How many inches they get in Eastern Washington, you said? Like 30?
It's like 48, I think.
Man,
Not as much as Cleveland.
no.
Can't handle it.
No.
What are you doing, Dustin?
I would trade Judy because he has the most value probably, just because he's former second-round pick and had a big year last year. He probably still has some value.
His value's at an all-time low right now, though. That's why I'd keep
And
him.
he makes a lot of money compared to the other guys.
Yeah, that's why I'd keep him.
But on a good team, I bet you he'd be a lot better.
Shoot, cut them all.
He's never played with a good quarterback.
That's not an option.
Parker Washington has shown upside this year.
He's been a
I'd
good,
probably keep Parker Washington, and I would cut Bourne.
he's been a good fantasy pickup for him.
All right, go ahead. Next, Anthony.
All right, next one we have
Bourne was
Jalen
spotted wearing sleeves last week in Cleveland.
Oh, look at this one.
Not tough enough.
Jalen Tyson, Harold Fannin, and Chase DeLauder.
This was the spunky upstart has upside
Oh, that's a tough
Cleveland
one.
category. And,
But
Bull, I put Jalen Tyson here because I know you love Jalen Tyson.
I do, which is what made it hard for me because
I know.
I like DeLauder a lot.
And you like Fannin.
Yeah, I would have to keep DeLauder. I think he's got the most upside of the three in their sports. Like, DeLauder could be a superstar. I don't think the other guys are going to be superstars. I think they're going to be good players. So I'm going to keep DeLauder. I'm going to trade Fannin because I think I can get the most for a tight end. There's not that many good pass-catching tight ends. And unfortunately, even though I love Tyson, I love all three of these guys. They're three of my favorite players on each team. I actually like Tyson and Harold Fannin more than I like DeLauder because DeLauder's barely been in the big leagues. But I think he's got the most upside, so I'm keeping him. And I'm cutting Tyson.
I'm keeping Harold Fannin because I think he has a chance to be a special tight end in this league. I would trade Chase because
You get the most for
the
him.
Guardians need everything, and they don't spend money, so that would give you the most value. And unfortunately, he's the last guy that I'd have to let go.
See, I think you guys are looking at this all wrong.
All right.
I actually think
Look at everything
Jalen
wrong.
Tyson has the highest trade value of the
Think so?
three because with the second apron era, I'm not sure there's anything more valuable than a legitimate 3-and-D wing who can give you real minutes in a playoff rotation, making less than $3 million a year. He's a 20th pick. He's on a rookie dirt cheap contract.
Yeah.
In a few years, when he signs his extension, he's possibly getting $20 million a year, which is the way he's playing right now. Mm-hmm. Then I would look at this differently. But he is on maybe one of the, Wemby's still on a rookie contract, so that's the best contract
It's
in
not
basketball.
Fannin's not getting paid much.
No, but I just think because of how much constraints some of these bigger teams have.
Yeah, Chase DeLauder's making no money.
Yeah, but those sports don't have the same financial constraints with the second apron that the NBA does and the way
Yeah,
Tyson's
all right.
playing right now. So
Fair
I would
enough.
trade Tyson. I have no idea who I'd keep between the two. Bull, does DeLauder have legitimate superstar potential?
Yeah.
Then I guess I
Doesn't
have
mean
to.
he's going to be a superstar, but
You know what? No, I'm keeping Fannin because
Okay.
I've seen enough from Fannin. I just can't trust Chase to stay healthy.
and you're
I
a
would
Browns apologist.
Yeah, clearly. I would cut DeLauder. I'd trade
DeLauder.
from JMU. Where, by the way, does it snow in the Shenandoah Valley? Are we sure if DeLauder can play in these
I
Cleveland
mean,
winters?
at this point, you've gone over the top. But
Had to ask the question.
Appalachian
it's
Mountains.
gone a little. Gone a little far.
I actually almost went to JMU. I told my dad I was going to JMU. He said, "No, you're not. You're going to
Harrisonburg,
Emerson."
Virginia.
Best burger I've ever had in my life was on the JMU campus.
I want a full spreadsheet of every.
So I would keep Fannin. I'd
Snowfall
trade Tyson.
level.
I'd cut DeLauder.
I got headlines to make, so I'm not doing that for tomorrow.
All right.
Sorry.
All right.
And you messed up
That's
his name
official.
again. Go ahead.
Let me get my next one up here, guys. All right, 5
That's
is
a
going to be
personal
Drake
problem,
May,
Anthony.
Caleb Williams, and Jaden Daniels.
Drake May, Jaden Daniels, and Caleb Williams.
I'm keeping. Oh, sorry, your turn.
No, go ahead. You
No,
go.
keep Drake. Trade Caleb, and cut Jaden.
Jaden was by far the best of
He
the
was,
last year.
but I can't trust him. I can't trust his knees.
Yeah.
Can't trust his elbow.
Are you keeping Drake, Bull? Because to me, it's a no-brainer. You're keeping Drake here.
Man, I loved Jaden Daniels last year.
I'm trading Jaden. I'm cutting Caleb. But Drake to me is the no-brainer keep.
I would keep Jaden Daniels. I would trade Drake May, and I would cut Caleb Williams. I think Drake May can get the most for in a trade right now. You've been using that.
That is true.
Yeah.
I just think if you're building a team, Drake May
I
is the
think-
one you want. He's the most.
I think we'll have the answer next year. If
Fair.
Jaden Daniels gets back to what he was last year, Jaden Daniels at his best to me is better than Drake May. Now, can he be at his best? I don't know.
I think Drake May's the safest bet of the three to be at this level.
I'm not
consistently
completely
for a
sold
while.
on Drake May.
Why not?
I think there's some fool's gold in the mix based on their schedule.
Schedule's
And
been
I'll
easy.
see when I think he's got to prove it longer. So do all these guys.
Yeah.
None of these guys are short things.
I mean, Jaden Daniels.
Drake May looks the best right now. There's no doubt about it. Not even. Although Caleb Williams has played much better all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Coaching change.
So it's a tough one. These have all been good.
And what would you do on this one?
I think I'm sticking with Drake May. I think I would trade Jaden, and I think I'd cut Caleb. Because Caleb's still only done it for 1 year, and he needed the right
Not
system
even
to
for a
coach.
year. It's been
not
like
even a
6
full year.
weeks.
Do you know what we should do next time we do Keep Cut Trade? I just thought of
What's
this. We should put these questions on the community tab
Yeah.
and let everyone else vote on them.
Yeah.
Like the morning of, so then we
Yeah.
can see what the
Oh,
fans
what the
would do.
fans say. Yeah, let's do
we
that.
Can't do a
Good
live.
idea.
We can't do a live poll because the results are so far behind. We want to be long enough to get a real sample.
Yeah.
But let's make a mental note. Next time we do Keep Cut
Mental
Trade,
note.
to put these on the community tab
I like
so everyone
that.
can vote on it.
Definitely.
Go ahead.
Number 6, guys. This is from Earl. Jeremiah Smith, Marvin Harrison Jr., or Jackson Smith and Jigba?
Bro, this is easy.
Well, I keep Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah,
That's
you're
important.
trading Jeremiah
I know
Smith.
Jeremiah Smith's great. He hasn't played in the NFL. I don't know.
You're trading him.
Marvin Harrison was great at college too, and he's been just an okay pro.
I'm keeping JSN. I'm trading Jeremiah Smith, and I'm cutting Marvin Harrison. That's the easiest one we've had so far.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. I align with all of you.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Smith could end up being a top 2-3 pick in the draft next
He might,
year.
but JSN's been the best receiver in football this year.
Which is why you trade him,
Right.
because
Yeah,
think of the
yeah,
value you get you're getting 2-3 first-round picks potentially for a team to move
Yeah.
up and get in a position.
And Jeremiah
to draft
could become the best out of all of those guys.
Yeah.
He might be, but I'm
Right.
going to take the guy who's already JSN's is going to be an All-Pro this year.
He might win Offensive Player of the Year.
Where are we putting Chris Henry
might.
Jr. in this mix?
Yeah, he may be leaving Ohio State now.
I heard.
Oregon's the favorite.
Are you guys ready for the last one? I got one more for you.
Ant made this one, right? Ant?
This is mine,
Yeah.
and the theme for this one is Bulls' favorite baseball players. We've got Austin Hedges, Miles Straw, and Big Christmas.
Oh my God.
Bull, you know what? You take this one by yourself.
Now, okay, so I need some background here. What team is this if I'm the Guardians or if I'm another team? Because
I'm gonna
that
say you're the
changes my
Guardians.
answer.
You're the Guardians.
So if I'm the Guardians, I cut them all. Now,
Not an option.
if I'm the Guardians, oh jeez.
Ant, good one.
Yeah, if you gave me a better team, it would have been easier. Or a better offensive team, I should say. I want to keep any of them. I guess I'd keep Hedges
For the vibes?
for the vibes. I'd trade John Kenzie and I'd cut Straw.
Straw just helped the team make it to Game 7 of the World Series, and you just don't trust him.
Straw
You're
is
such
Straw
a hater.
is a perfectly fine player on a good team with a big payroll as a fourth outfielder because he can run the bases. He actually can do more than the other guys. He can run the bases and he can play pretty good defense. But on the Guardians, they paid him this contract, which was not a lot of money, but it was for the Guardians, which is ridiculous, but it was.
Wasn't it 5?
And he's not a starting player.
Was it 5 for 25? Was that the contract?
I don't remember what it was, but it was increasing over the years. And you paid him, for the Guardians, he was a starting player, and he's not a starting player. He's a bench player, and he's fine as a bench player. Austin Hedges, same thing. I don't even know that he's fine as a bench player. He's a good locker room guy, and, that's fine. John Kenzie just, to me, doesn't look like he's going to be a big leaguer. I don't think. We'll see. But I like that one. It was tough.
That's all of our keep cut.
I thought it was going to be like John Rocker, Trevor Bauer, and A-Rod or something.
I think next time we do that, I'm
Yeah.
going to text each person on the panel, and they're going to have to submit one too. So we'll have
I like that.
one.
Yeah,
it could be anything you want to do, but one from each person.
Yeah.
And we'll.
We need
There
to
it
do
is.
I thought you were
some.
going to do one with
Non-sports
Michael
stuff.
Jackson,
Yeah.
Donald Trump, and Jeffrey Epstein for Bull.
I would keep.
Nope. Hey,
I'd
guys,
keep
I think
Michael
it's time for a
Jackson.
read.
I'd trade Trump because he has good trade value.
Value.
And I'd cut Epstein right the hell out of there.
Russia would take.
There you
Trump
go.
in
That
a
was the easy
heartbeat.
one.
There you go.
All right, Ant, we
All
got
right,
one more
guys.
thing.
I want to remind everybody that even though G's been off this week, he is doing an Ultimate Brown show sometime today. So keep an eye on the channel, like and subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when
Who would
G
you let
goes
watch your
live today
kids?
with his Ultimate Browns.
Oh, God.
You guys ready to move on to the next topic? We're doing some Ohio State, Indiana
Throw
preview.
P. Diddy in there?
None of the above.
New documentary out on Netflix.
Yeah, I know. All right, go ahead, Anthony. What was that?
We're previewing Ohio State and Indiana. You guys ready for that?
We're not talking about the Guardians signing Connor Brogdon today?
Not on
We're
the docket.
disappointed in that.
Who?
Guardians signed a major league free agent yesterday.
Jesus Aguilar?
Not Jesus Aguilar.
Who's Connor Brogdon?
Connor Brogdon. Guardians signed him to a 1 year, I believe, $1 million deal yesterday, or maybe it was like 900-something thousand.
Pitcher?
He is a relief pitcher, pitched for the Angels this past season.
He could be
Before
making
that, he'd been on the Phillies.
Is he good?
I actually he's getting paid barely above minimum. He had a 5.50 ERA last year, which is not good, but the strikeout numbers are good, and he had pitched well for Philly in the past. He's a good, middle relief, borderline late relief pitcher for minimum money. I think it's a nice signing. They got a lot more to do, obviously, but you needed to add one or two guys to the pen. I think he's a good, he's been in the league, pitched in the league, I want to say 3-4 years maybe. So it's a nice little, again, not a game changer.
Is it Connor, Conor, Conn? Because that makes a big difference now I view this player. How do you spell his name?
Connor. I think it's Connor, I believe.
OR? It's an OR?
OR. See, I trust guys. I don't trust any Connor.
Never
with an
trust
ER.
an ER Connor.
Yeah. It genuinely makes a huge difference.
My favorite comedian, Nate Bargatze, has this bit. Have you seen him on Saturday Night Live when he plays George Washington? Have you guys seen this?
I have not.
Google it at some point. Nate Bargatze playing George Washington on Saturday Night Live. It's really funny. He does all because it's his type of humor too, and he'll be like, he brings up all these things that are going to happen in America that are just like silly little things. We'll have a word for 12, a dozen. And then one of the other guys will be like,
I saw that.
Right, it's really
very funny. He's on the boat.
Yes.
Yes.
It's so funny.
It's actually very effing funny.
Yes, he's done it twice. It's hilarious. The reason I brought it up when you said the Connor thing is because there will be, one of the things was, there'll be two ways to spell the name Jeff. The normal way, Jeff, and then the weird way, with a G and an O.
Yes.
Fair enough.
He is hilarious. Watch that skit.
I didn't know that was him doing that.
Yes.
But I've seen the skit.
Is
I've
the
died
other
laughing.
one, he's around a campfire?
The other ones are on the campfire.
I have seen the campfire.
And one of his compatriots is the heavyset black guy on the show. Kenan Thompson, right? Who's hilarious.
I have seen that one. Yeah.
And after every couple of sentences, he, because it's supposed to be obviously everything, and he's like, he said, and men will be free to do whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then Kenan Thompson's like, all men? And he doesn't answer because, I don't know. It's funny. Everybody will find it funny. There's no way you will not find it funny. It's not political in any way. It's silly things like this, making fun of names, words in the English language, and stuff like that.
Number one will meet number two Saturday night in Indianapolis.
Thank you,
Great
Dustin.
transition, Dustin.
Indeed. Well, look, you've learned after all these years how to transition well.
Is there going to be snow?
It's indoors.
There we go.
Yeah,
We don't have to worry about guys not used to playing in the snow.
I do think playing indoors
it helps
on
Ohio
a
State,
turf like that is
I
a
think.
gigantic advantage for Ohio State.
I mean, listen, Indiana's really good. They've got much better players than they've had in years past. They've got better skill position, that whole thing. They don't have the speed overall,
Right.
from the depth standpoint that Ohio State has. They just don't.
What does Indiana have at corner? How good are their cornerbacks to deal?
Where's Tyvis Powell?
Well, D'Angelo Pons is going to be a day 2 pick,
Okay.
second, third round.
So he's a
they
good
have
player.
One legit corner. I'm not 100% confident the rest of their secondary, but their one guy, Pons, is a legitimate guy that you have to be. You feel decently comfortable with putting him in isolation.
Do they run sides? Do you know, or
I don't know. No,
or is he going to be on Jeremiah Smith the whole game?
I don't know. Good luck. I mean, we got those two dudes, and then you get
and Innis,
yeah,
and they could run the ball. Honestly, whether they run sides, whether he follows Smith, Tate, whoever, the other guy has it. I still would take Tate and Smith over Pons any day of the week.
Do you think Mendoza? I guess we don't know. I mean, we don't know him well enough, but there's a lot of pressure on Mendoza in this game, right? He's got the most pressure of anybody in this game. Because if Ohio State loses, it stinks.
Yeah.
But nobody's going to be saying, "Oh, they blew their season. They blew,"
No, because then they're going to go into the college football playoff like they did last year after a loss.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're going to run the table if they lose this game, but
they could, and nobody would.
People will say they still can win.
Right. Nobody's
going
to doubt them if they lose.
Correct.
And
a freshman quarterback.
Right. And to your point, a freshman quarterback, for Julian saying, it'd be disappointing if he didn't play well in this game. but he's not going into the draft next year.
No.
Right.
There's nothing on the line in terms of the draft for him
Nope.
with this game. Whereas Mendoza, if he plays great, win or even if they lose somehow,
He locks up
If
number
he
one pick.
plays great, he probably locks up the top spot in the draft, or maybe. And then as a program, you're like, well, Indiana's legit.
They got
We
a
didn't
chance.
buy into them.
They got a
All
chance.
those doubters, you got to buy into them now.
I will say this about Indiana.
Yeah.
And Dustin, I'm sure I know you haven't said we watched a ton of Indiana, but over the last 2 years, since Cignetti has got there, everyone who's, on the national circuit, talking head, college football guy, inside out, talks about their preparation and their discipline. Like the way that they have coached up some of these guys to block the exact way they want to block, to make the game as easy for a quarterback as they possibly can, to make sure defensively they're in the right gaps, they're as sound and technical as any team in the country. They may not have the talent of Ohio State, and I don't even think they have the coaching edge. So that's not what I'm getting at. But the way you beat a team as an underdog, like Indiana is, where there's a significant talent discrepancy, even though Indiana has the best team they've had in ages, is you have to have your P's and Q's down to a T and play technically a perfect game.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this team, and I know Cignetti a little bit. I did a game in Harrisonburg his last year there in 23, and got to sit down with him in his office, and I know his pedigree. I know his history. In fact, it was funny. Narduzzi, we had Narduzzi, who's buddies with Cignetti. The whole
coaching tree, yeah.
Western PA ties and that whole thing. So like, Cignetti is going to have probably the toughest team, most prepared team that you'll find in America.
Prepared was the word I was looking for.
And with that being said, they'll win all these little intangibles, these little details to the game that, like Michigan's probably more talented, maybe in a lot of ways than Indiana, but won't be as disciplined. They won't be as tough. And it's going to be a hell of a dogfight for Ohio State to win this game. I'm not by any stretch thinking this is going to be an easy walkover win. I'm a little concerned about the line moving it's down to 4 now.
Is it?
In most places. There's a little steam, a little bit of cash coming in to make a line against Ohio State. Usually this line would go from like 4.5
to 6.5.
to like 6.5.
Yeah.
Late in the week for the Buckeyes, and that's not been the case. So I hope that everyone's wrong, and there's a bunch of people, there's a bunch of boosters in Indiana that are putting tons of cash on this game.
Yeah.
And they're going to be just absolutely embarrassed on Saturday night. But I think it's a coin flip type of game. I really do.
For Indiana, in their running game, they've had 4 players, including Mendoza, with 6 rushing touchdowns or more.
Well, that's an interesting point you bring up. And
Yeah.
I want to hear the rest of those stats, but
Yeah.
you made me think of something I was going to make the point about with Bo Jackson for Ohio State. He's been, I think, the wild card for the Buckeyes this year, and he was a big wild card for that game against Michigan, especially in the snow.
He was awesome.
I thought he was sensational, and I wouldn't be surprised again this week because the secondary, I think, is probably the strength of their defense. Up front, I think they'll have some opportunities to run the football.
So Indiana's got nothing special in the front 4?
Well, I mean, certainly they're a special team, but if
middle
there is a
linebacker's good.
weakness, quote unquote weakness, I think it would probably be up front.
Right. For Indiana. So you expect Ohio State
I think they'll be able to run the ball. They'll have some opportunities.
Yeah, Bo Jackson was great against Michigan. And how could you not be great when your name's Bo Jackson? I mean, it's a lot of pressure.
I'm pretty sure his first name's Lamar, too.
Right.
Pretty
But he
sure- I'm
decided
pretty sure
to go
his
with
name-
that nickname.
I know,
so
no.
Good for him.
I'm pretty sure his name's Lamar Bo Jackson, which is just,
Yeah, it's wild.
yeah. From Cleveland, by the way.
The Hoosiers have, it seems like 3 legit backs, right? They got Hemby,
Hemby's
Black,
the best, yeah.
and then this guy Martin, who's got 452 yards, who's third, but he's only carried the ball 70 times. He's averaging 6.5 yards per carry.
Yeah.
And so they got a lot of guys they can rotate.
They're super efficient. And they
But
got
obviously we know Ohio State's very stout up front. I mean, Indiana's going to have to be, like, when you're playing this good an opponent, your only chance is you got to be balanced, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Indiana, as good as Mendoza is, and he's going to win the Heisman if he wins this game, and he's leading the league in touchdowns, he doesn't throw picks, but they can't put it all on him. They've got to be able to run the ball.
And they have 2, if not 3, NFL receivers, just like Ohio State does. Now,
Right.
Surratt and Omar Cooper Jr., those are not looked at in prospect-wise the same way Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate are, but they're legit NFL receivers. They'll play on Sundays. Yeah.
First, second round guys.
Plus, you have a quarterback who is going to be a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
Plus, you have a really good head coach. Like, this Indiana team,
Yeah.
it's crazy to say because they're Indiana.
Right, it's weird.
Indiana has not beaten Ohio State since
the 80s, right?
1988.
That's
yeah,
wild.
it's crazy. So
How
like,
did they win that year?
Bill Mallory was their coach,
Yeah.
who's a legendary Hall of Fame coach. It was one of the best teams Indiana had. They were actually very good, Indiana, in football under Coach Mallory.
Was Ohio State not good in '88?
There was a
just
stretch
was-
of time where they were kind of a mediocre team
Yeah.
with Earl Bruce as coach.
Okay.
And
So hard to believe,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. I mean, there's been ups and downs for Ohio State along the way. It wasn't quite like this. You know, this domination from basically Tressel to now, the last
I know.
25 years. You know,
I want to see all time. Do we know how many times all time Indiana's won?
12.
Oh, so way back.
It's like 80. It's like 88 and 12, and there's been like a few ties.
Okay.
unrelated to
Yeah.
Ohio State, Indiana, but did you see what Vanderbilt's trying to do this weekend, Dustin?
Trying to play a game.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt,
what do you mean?
because Vanderbilt is a 10-2 football team, and they have a resume that they
Yeah.
feel like is up there against basically everybody in their conference and also the rest of college football.
Right.
They got a quarterback who, if he was playing this weekend for his conference title, would probably be the favorite for the Heisman, Diego
really?
Pavia. And their argument is, they would like to play a game.
They
this
want to play
weekend
one more game to make a
be
statement
on-
to the committee.
To make a statement to be on. Now, they could.
They could, yeah.
They could do it if they could find an opponent to play.
Should Notre Dame play him? Although Notre Dame's probably in.
Notre
Notre
Dame's-
Dame's probably going to be in regardless.
Who's another very good team that could maybe?
So here's
not playing.
so I got a text from my buddy, one of my old play partners. He
Yeah.
said, John Gruden says the teams in the college football playoff should have to play this weekend so that they don't benefit from the teams that are playing currently, like the conference title games.
Right.
The matchups this weekend would be Oregon, James Madison, Ole Miss, Tulane, A&M, Vanderbilt, Oklahoma, Texas, and Notre Dame, Miami. I think it'd be awesome. It won't happen, but
I mean, it would be fun.
it'd be fun, wouldn't
It'd be
it?
fun, yeah.
But it'd be crazy. What if
Who's the team that should?
Like-
Like if you were this team, all right, let's go play
Miami.
Vanderbilt. Miami's
Miami.
the team.
Yeah.
Miami's the team.
Could they possibly get in if they beat Vanderbilt?
I think they would.
Miami might be in. Miami.
They might be in already, but like this would take away the
this
doubt.
this would solidify it.
So
'Cause
why don't they? Why wouldn't they do it?
Here's what the crazy argument,
Yeah.
right? So Notre Dame and Miami, they both have a 10-2 record.
Yeah.
Okay. Miami beat Notre Dame heads up week
Week
2
one.
or week 1. Yeah.
It was first week of the season.
First week of the season.
Whatever
Yeah.
week Texas played Ohio State.
Labor
was
Day
the same,
weekend. I
yeah.
remember I was in New York City watching U.S. Open.
Yeah.
Watching that game at a restaurant.
Close game.
Close game, 3-point game.
Yeah.
Point is, Notre Dame's ranked higher than Miami.
Yeah.
And a lock, essentially a lock
Yeah.
for the college football playoff when Miami beat them head to head. And then you go look at common opponents.
yeah.
Miami had 3 common opponents that Notre Dame also played.
Yeah.
Miami's got a better point differential,
So
differential
why
against
is-
those teams.
What's Miami's record overall?
10-2.
And Notre Dame's 11-1.
10-2.
So how the hell is Notre Dame ahead?
Because Notre Dame lost their first 2 games of the season. They've won 10 straight. Miami lost later in the season.
These
It's the whole selection committee
It's
has made
ridiculous.
it completely unknown to these schools what they actually value and what they don't. And
they should only do it once. They should do it this last week. They shouldn't have polls for 6 and 7 weeks because you're influenced. Because then the game that just was played is too big an influence.
I don't disagree.
And they say they don't do that, but they do. It's just human nature.
I was in the room. I did the whole process back in September.
Right.
And there is so much. I mean, trust me, they do the best job that they possibly can. It's impossible, though, to make everyone happy.
Right.
And there's so many little, what would you say?
nuances.
So-
Nuances that go
yeah.
into it. Yeah, it's hard.
Well, let me ask you this. Has Notre Dame, what's Notre Dame's best win?
Best win?
USC.
Aren't they unranked?
No, they're top
USC's
25
like
team.
Top like
They're
18.
9-3.
Yeah.
Okay,
17,
and what's Miami's best win besides Notre Dame?
the ACC sucks, so maybe Pittsburgh.
I mean, how does Pittsburgh compare to USC? Are they in the same
So
ballpark?
Pitt and Notre Dame, Pitt played Notre Dame.
Yeah,
And Notre Dame blew out Pitt.
yeah.
Miami blew out Pitt.
Okay.
They played them back-to-back weeks.
But
Back-to-back weeks.
Pitt USC, are they in the same ballpark?
USC's probably a little
Sure.
better, but Pitt.
A little better, but in the same
Sure.
neck of the woods.
Sure.
So I don't understand. If their second, if their best win, not including when they played each other, is similar, they've played 3 common opponents. Miami's done better. and Miami beat Notre Dame. That's insane that Notre Dame would be ahead of Miami.
We got to get the super chats but in overtime, we'll talk about the Texas dilemma in the college
Okay,
football
yeah,
playoff.
I know people worked up about that too. Go ahead, Anthony. Super chats.
Yeah, first one today comes from Brother Love. Says 95 breaks the regular season singles game sack record Sunday.
I think he has a shot.
He's definitely got a shot.
No doubt. Go ahead.
Sass Spencer says 21-3 Browns thanks to Judkins.
Okay.
Wow, 3 touchdowns would be a lot, but
My fantasy team would love that.
This next one's going to take some
I got
translating
Judkins, too.
for me.
What's that?
Chantel says the Browns are going to draft a QB in 26 with no receivers or O-line, and that's going to get that quarterback turned into a loser. I think.
Why would they have no receivers and O-line? There are other ways to get players besides one draft pick.
It's true. They could use a second-round pick on a receiver.
No
They
team.
could sign receivers.
No team in the NFL would take a tackle or a wide receiver over a quarterback if they needed a quarterback and believed that quarterback was a potential franchise quarterback. There's not a single team in the league in that scenario that would ever draft, no matter how bad the offensive line is, no matter how bad the wide receiving core is. There is no team that would ever pass on that quarterback in that situation.
Well, to piggyback onto that, Martin Jackson says when any team draft one quarterback with the number 1 pick in the draft, it will be wasted. No quarterback in college is that good. If you believe that, you're delusional.
Okay, that's his opinion, and if he's right, then yes, it would be stupid to draft a quarterback. The odds that he's right, I don't know. Maybe he's a knowledgeable college football fan. Go ahead.
Set apart Laz says the play where Conklin and Bitonio dives to the ground on a 4th down play. What do you guys make of that?
We talked about it was the 4th and 1 failure. We talked on the watch stream just how disastrous.
Well, it's Conklin and Bitonio. They both dive.
Yeah, I mean they were trying to cut. They were trying to cut the defensive lineman. I don't know if it works. What that looks like. I'm not an offensive lineman expert. All I know is they were trying to cut the guy's knees out, and both San Francisco.
They just olayed him, dude.
Olayed him, and we're in the backfield. It was just horrific execution.
Yeah, that was a strange play. I don't know what happened. I have no idea.
I got 2 from Gleazy here. It says 2-part from yesterday. We need to revisit Andrew Berry in 6 years when he has had 3 years in which he had a pick in the top 60. He has an 85% pick at Pro Bowl level return on investment. And then he also says the selections, Jed Wills, Grant Delpit, Newsome, J.O.K., Hall Jr., Graham, Swessinger, and Judkins are still started entire contract plus flipped G-New into 8 years of 1 cornerback to 2-level quarterback play, or cornerback, sorry.
Okay.
At rookie deal wages.
I'm not quite sure what that means.
He's saying that Berry's track record is better than we're giving him credit for.
Yes. I think that's
I don't know how you put Jed Wills in that.
Yeah, Jed Wills is an objective swing and miss.
And he didn't sign a second contract. Go ahead.
He's not even playing right now, is he?
No.
Yes.
And we don't know that Greg Newsome is going to get a second contract in Jacksonville where he got traded to, and that still wouldn't be the same.
He got benched in Jacksonville, by the way.
Yeah, which he probably won't get another contract. Go ahead.
You're going to like this one, Bull. James Mays Jr. says, I want Dylan Brooks over Chris Paul.
Yeah.
So would I.
100%.
You said the players hate Dylan Brooks.
I mean, yeah.
That's why I want him on my team.
I love Dylan Brooks.
I don't think his teammates hate him, do they?
I loved that he was making fun of LeBron. No. I loved it. I like he was talking trash to LeBron.
He's not available.
No.
The Cavs can't trade for him.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they could, but
I mean, who the hell would want him, Chris Paul over Dylan Brooks?
Yeah. That's 100.
One guy can still sort of move.
Yeah.
One guy can't.
Right.
Dylan Brooks is good. He could play.
Yeah.
Also, we really do need an enforcer. I'd take him too. Topo42 says, theoretically, would the Browns be better or worse if in the last 10 years they had only drafted Buckeyes with the best available Buckeye strategy?
I'd have to go back and see who was available.
I was going to say, who would their quarterback be? Because could they have drafted Stroud?
I don't think so, because wasn't Stroud a pick that we gave them when we
Stroud
traded for Watson?
No.
No? Okay.
Well, the Browns had the 12th pick in that draft. The Texans used the 12th pick to parlay up to number 3 to get Will Anderson. C.J. Stroud was the Texans' own pick.
Right. Where did Stroud go?
Number 2.
Right, so they couldn't have gotten Stroud. So we wouldn't be in better shape because who the hell would our quarterback be? Justin Fields?
Yeah,
he stinks.
Yeah, Fields.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the Buckeyes haven't. Stroud's the only decent quarterback Ohio State's ever had in the NFL.
They'd definitely be better at receiver.
Dwayne Haskins, I mean, RIP, but in theory, in this fake scenario, he may have been.
I know, but he was terrible also before.
Well, it was only 1 year.
And he passed away now.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, in theory, though, if you're talking about hypothetical, if they just took the best,
I know,
he might be the quarterback.
but he's dead. So,
Well, this is a hypothetical. So
but the guy's saying, would they be in better shape now? Dwayne Haskins is not going to help us now.
technically, you are right.
So your quarterback would probably have to be
Justin
Fields.
Yeah.
And you'd be looking at saying probably.
I'm certainly
for
not
the next 2
laughing at
years.
the fact that
No, it's
Dwayne
just-
Haskins is dead. I'm laughing at the fact that you go,
He's dead. I know he's dead. I mean, it's
it's
not
just-
funny. It's sad, but
It's
I mean,
very sad.
You
It's
know,
very sad.
R.I.P.
he couldn't help them. Go ahead.
Scooter wants you to know, Bull, that it's currently snowing in Pullman, Washington.
Thank you. Thanks, Scooter.
Thank you, Scooter. That's well
James-
well played.
Gooder.
Jace Towel says top 0.1% viewed 837 videos from y'all this year.
Wow.
I think that's
Nice.
the highest number I've seen so far.
Thanks,
Hey,
thanks,
it is.
Jace.
From the bottom of our heart,
From the bottom.
we appreciate
Not
you.
the top,
See
but
you guys
the
in
bottom.
overtime.
Peace.